Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Let us begin. Time for some more oxygen, not included. Very much looking forward to getting back to this today. There's a number of things, obviously, that are on the docket, on the things to do list. How many of these do we have? I'm just curious. 13 plants. We got 13 bristle blossoms going there. And I wanted to go over a few things today. I want to actually look into, have a skim through our characters so we can all kind of refresh on where we're at and what we're doing. Good day, Tack Wolf and Falazur. Welcome back, welcome back. Hope you guys are doing well. Let's run through the characters that we have. Characters or caricatures. We have Abe, who's our primary farmer. He's actually got the farmer hat focus. Bonnie is actually set primarily for a whole kit and caboodle of things, but she's got the passion for construction, a passion for ranching, a passion for art. Yeah, very, very diverse character here. Right now she's just kind of moving stuff around and helping out with the farming. We might give her the third farming so she can improve that as well. So, you know what? I think I'll actually put her temporarily on the improved farming, because I want to make sure we have the right people in the right shifts and whatnot today. James, welcome back. Good day, sir. Good day. Camille, we have as our exosuit specialist and our plumber slash pyrotechnics. I don't know what this is. Blast shot maker usage. Whatever that is, sounds cool. It doesn't give learning pyrotechnics will put into a morale deficit. Oh, hello. Yeah, it would. Some of them have a little bit of a morale issue, that's for sure. Dusty has been our sweeper. He's all about cleaning things up. We could give him another strength buff. That wouldn't be a bad idea. But as you're doing farming and ranching here, but primarily first and foremost as a rancher, secondary as a help with farming. James is our master brain. Got some carrying skill, but he's also got a whole lot of focus in all the sciencey things. I think we might do the piloting so he can actually go to the other places and set up the analysis of structures and stuff like that at some point. Not necessary now. JC, the master cook, feeding us all, as well as some strength buffs. We have McStinky. Hello, McStinky. Farming. And our second rancher. We could also give Stinky a this, but look at that morale negative. He's already in a -9 morale with a -12. Yikes. I think some of those will adjust as they walk around and do things today. Mima is our constructor and our mechatronics engineer. So I'd like them to, our builders, to be both. I want them to be a builder and a mechatronics engineer. Same as Rowan, he's currently got only one in construction. We'll give him the second construction, and then eventually he'll go into mechatronics as well when we have the regular supply of food and whatnot. And then Tack Wolf digging up the world with the hazmat digging suit, which is that fancy red outfit. So pretty happy with that. That is the rundown on our crew. Blast shot is part of the prehistoric, lets you shoot down incoming meteors. Very cool. I like that idea. Let's have a quick review of the base. We got some polluted water down here. This is our fish pond, and this is our slightly starting to refill water supply. Both power lines here, mostly divided left to right. There's a bridge here right now, but mostly divided left to right on our power, which is rather uneven right now. 25 on the left and 4,000 on the right. Now, that's not current load, that's potential. So, you know, this pump, for instance, is off. It's not in water, it's never going to run. So the 240 of that, its 240 of that total is never going to activate. And most things don't activate all the time. I want to rethink what's going on in the fish tank here for sure. So I'm not going to touch on any of that yet. Our research is at an absolute standstill. We cannot actually research anymore because we don't have any rad bolts. This is the material science research. We need rad bolts and a rad bolt generator that refines radioactive ores to generate rad bolts. Sounds good. But we can basically use we need to get science going to make rad bolts. Whatever that ends up doing, that's what we need to do. I'm not sure how or where we're going to set it up. I was thinking about here, but as I was looking around, I realized that radiation oozes through things. So a wall does not stop the radiation. So putting a bedroom with these guys and the uranium on the bottom and these guys in a packed bunch of shine bugs on the top might be bad for their health long term. So we'll probably shuffle the positioning on that. As far as food production goes, we do have these bristle blossoms. I think we said we had 10 of them there. 13 of them in here. They are fed water. The hydroponic farms feeds water and costs metal, but it doesn't feed water unless the plant needs it. This water has slime lung germs in it. Oh, great. Does this water have slime lung germ in it? Seems like it does not. How did we get slime lung germ in there? A little odd. I find that very strange. The blossom itself doesn't have that, does it? No. Doesn't seem to, but it uses 20 kilograms per cycle of water. So that's 13. 13 times 20, 260 kilograms per cycle. And each square of this is 1,000. So it's not crazy usage, but it's not spectacular either. Another thing I want to do is actually properly close in our farm, our base with like better insulation. It's kind of shoddy all over the place with that. There's lots to do there. Before I get over there, let's look at the critters. We've got the glossy, or not glossy, I'm sorry, that's up top. The smooth hatches. We have 8 smooth hatches in here. Hatches and hatchlings, I guess, in here. And what's their age on those guys? They go up to 100, so they got quite a while to stay in here. And then basically, what I'm thinking of doing, I'm thinking we should eventually set up incubators along the side here. I'm not sure I like this design, but it might work temporarily. But I think what we'll do is we'll swap out a few things over here and have an incubator for each farm. So it'll be set to a 9 priority incubator, but only activate if a critter, actually I could put them in the farms, couldn't I? If a critter has, if a farm doesn't have enough space, then it turns on. If this was inside, would it have, it would get filled, wouldn't it? Even if it wasn't, even if there wasn't enough space in there. So my concern is that if we put an incubator in the farm, it'll have an egg in it, and that'll count against the total number that they can have. So maybe just outside the room, and then it'll get delivered here when it's when it's ready, or it'll stay in the incubator and just die of hunger, I guess, or something. I don't know. So maybe we'll do that. Here we go. Fingers crossed, Harry. Hello. Mr. McStinky's back in-house. Might want to use some nice Wheezewort on the and a rad collector for your science. Takes a lot of power. The rad collector takes a lot of power? Okay. I mean, I'm fine with running temporarily early on, running a few high-powered things. We could even set up a separate coal just to power the science if we needed to. Like, what is the what's the science device building thing structure use? This guy, it uses, it's 120 watts. Okay. And what about the rad collector? That would be under radiation, manual rad bolt generator. Refines radioactive ores into generator, emits generated rad bolts in the direction of choosing. So, yeah, we could just sit that right beside the device. Yeah, I wouldn't hate that notion either. I mean, we've got the science stuff in here. We don't have room to put more in. I could put it down here, but it is pretty nasty atmosphere there. We could put it up in here and clean some of the space out. Probably something like that. It's just going to basically chew up this uranium to produce our science. That might be a thing. What is it? How much does it produce and how does it generate? Yeah, it doesn't show the rate at which it generates. We could also collect them. We could put the rad generator somewhere in here, or the rad science or something somewhere in here, and maybe use an empty column of space, like just a tunnel, to fire some rad bolts from down that were collected from down here. It's a little awkward, but yeah, Yeah, I remember it vaguely. I do remember, most importantly, that you don't want it to be able to have its rad bolts flying through the air. They're a physical, like, plasma bolt sort of thing flying through the air and contact something other than the collector. Because if it's a living thing, if it's a wall, it'll just go psh, and I'll be lost. If it's a living thing, it'll go psh, and the thing will be lost. So, you know, I don't know if it can kill a dupe in a shot, but it certainly isn't pleasant. I've got things paused because we're in that sort of situation. Our breathability is hit and miss at times. Our food is 25,000 kilocalories right now. Breathability is 18%. Max stress is already climbing. Yeah, this is not ideal at the moment. And then, so that's our farms. We got the glossy Drecos producing plastic up here. I removed the regular Drecos because we have fiber elsewhere. This is still our standard bristle blossom. Or, I'm sorry, a mealwood farm. Let's see how many there is here. There are 22, and 5 of them running steady should feed a dupe. Not great food, but it feeds a dupe. So it's kind of our backup, our primary backup food source, steady food source that's kind of too much of our diet still, but that's basically 4 dupes there, and each of these farms should be able to hold 3 or feed 3. So with that we've only got 10 food, and then whatever the Drecos make and the fishes make. So that's kind of, we're just barely at survivability for 11 or 12 people. Maybe we can do 12. We certainly couldn't sustain much more than that. Now, if we count in the bristle blossoms, I'd like to get a calorie sort of output count on these and how much they produce. Bristle blossom is 1,600 kilocalories every 6 cycles. And we said we had 13 of them. 1,600. And then divided by 6, that is a total of 3,400 calories here. So this can this can feed 3, 3, 3, 4, 3. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15-ish if we keep it steady. We lost our water, so these bristle blossoms went offline for a while. That's not good. These guys are just kind of at their production levels now, and we're setting up the automation. So once that's in, then we should stabilize, not at great food, but they should be able to get like the odd really good barbecue at some percentage of their meals. Once we get more access to sweet wheat, we'll have to go looking for more. There's more cold over here with some sweet wheat. We might be able to access those. Not a big biome. I don't see any more like genuine cold biomes. There is up here, which is obscenely cold, but it's not a frosty biome. It's not a whatever this is, right? This is actually warmer by a almost order of magnitude compared to over here, which is, this is crazy. This is minus 60s, 65. This is minus 20. This is like 5 months of my year. It's this cold outside. This is, oh my god, I'm half dead. And I walked to the car in a parka. So yeah, there's a substantial temperature difference there. It's really pretty wacky. Geysers and renewables. We got a cool salt geyser there, and up here we have a cool slush geyser. So no problem with cold, and the heat is coming out from this one, and that's what we're focused on trying to get to at this point. One thread of that. Need to collect him. Yeah. Cooking with Mr. Stinky, Mr. McStinky. Cooked blossoms get more calories, but agreed. Grab yourself some sweet wheat, and then you can turn it into super berry sludge. Yes, we can. We do get the odd sweet wheats, like we've got some sitting here, but we're not able to quite access it yet. So I think actually JC might be on the way there. I'm gonna go ahead and actually let them get in here and get this done as our first priority job for the day. They are building up here, and I noticed we also have no power in here, right? Yeah, so they can get that and that. And the only thing left to do here is that Wheezewort, I think. I think everything else is pretty much rebuilt. This is a very loosey-goosey with its space. This is not oil, it looks like it, but it is liquid something or other. What do we have here? Liquid carbon dioxide. Those will all fix up once we turn this thing on. To turn it on, we're going to let them do that stuff up top there. I'm going to bring the speed down to half speed, or the second whatever speed, medium speed. I want these pipes, which are an insulated pipe. to come in here, get those connected. It's going to come down here, and we're wiring this in. So this is going to be our next job after the current priority. After we get the sleep meat connected, that's going to be our next job. And then I think what we'll do is, this is dormant, right? Yeah, it is already dormant. So we're going to go ahead and there, and again, set that as the next thing to be done, and put in an insulated door somewhere. Let's put it up here so it's not in the water, not dripping any waters in. Okay, so this will connect our pipes to our pump. It will not get us access to the water yet. Once we finish all of this and it's built in, we can have Tack Wolf come in and knock a few of these iron ore tiles out, flood this little basin. I don't think it like valve pressure sort of thing. I think it'll just fill in here, and then the pump will start running, and it should even out to here. I think what I might do is go kind of like this as well, and just to make sure that it's a lock. Right, this is the highest point this will get before it stops pressurizing. And this is dormant right now, so the temperature will slowly work its way down over the dormancy time. I don't know how long it was going not too long ago, if you guys recall. It wasn't too long since we've done that. Other things we should address before we go any further. You know what, I can save some water here by telling them to have that thing as Brackeen. Instead, that's some water saved there. We do have the stack O critters in here, and we've been working on setting some automation in place to get all this stuff done. I think I'm going to change out some of this and make a... I want to have another bathroom, but it was planned to be in here. So maybe what we'll do is we'll change this up into a bathroom, and we'll put these the bedding up in here, and we'll move our shine bugs, because they are a little unpleasantly... Well, it's a little dangerous there where they're at. Not sure where I want to put them, though. I don't really want a super pool of irradiation stuff going on here. I think we'll move the cuddle pip and its incubators. Cute, but eventually we'll move them out of there. We could have shine bugs. We could do surplus shine bugs. The question, do you have the medical triage cot? Worried about some ouch from the hot steam? I don't. That is a good point. I have the tech, but I haven't done anything with the hospital, which is probably a good idea to build, and we could probably plop her in here somewhere, but that I don't want to add another build job. I know that sounds totally out of character to me, but I don't want to add yet another build job right now. The bathrooms are doing well. Every once in a while I see them go use this. Like somebody just came out of the latrine here. I also realized while I was looking through this that I did this poorly. I want to have a space here. Like this. That's interesting. Put that between rooms. Yeah, you could. That's got some nice range. Might do something with the fish in that. But I'm thinking like here. And we have this room. We convert this room into our general storage logistics room for now. Maybe that's a little early for it, but I think it'll do what I want it to. Instead of doing what this is doing currently, we'll have all the stuff in here sweep everything into a room here, and anywhere that we set these things up, they'll just sweep everything out of the room. They'll drop it here, and then specific pickups can be done in a centralized room. We could have, I would think we could probably get 4 or 5 of these guys, but more importantly, we could get a bunch of these. We could have 8, 12, something like that, 15 of these within range of one auto sweeper, and I'm thinking a centralized storage. So everything produced anywhere goes to this place, and then, for instance, we have this sweeper throw it into a conveyor loader that drops the eggs up there, for instance, or one that drops the coal down by the coal plant. That sort of stuff seems like an option. How's our food situation? 23,000 all lice loaf. So not great, but you know, not absolutely horrible. Ice loaf isn't good. Gas pressure keeps popping up as an issue because we have enough space here that it's actually getting quite hard for our oxygen to keep up. We don't have the spawn online yet, and our algae guys produce... What is this? What is this per cycle? I wish it, like, converted to cycles here. 200 gas per cycle, and there's 600 seconds in a cycle. Or 200 algae per second, and there's 600 in a cycle. So at max, it's 120 kilograms. That's in grams. 120,000 grams. So 120 kilograms of algae. 120 kilograms of algae. Yeah, it takes 3 of these guys putting out algae at 200 grams a second to keep up with 1 oxygen diffuser. So that's not great. This isn't even enough to keep 1 oxygen diffuser running. Well, that's absolutely horrible. There is bits of algae still around in the world. Conversely, there are spots like this that have a bunch of it. We could do that. You know, that doesn't seem like a dumb idea to me. Let's grab these to get our oxygen levels going again. Like, this is only 600 or so a block. So that is... Wait. 600 kilograms. So that's 600,000 grams, and they use 550 grams a second. So that's 1,000 some seconds. So it's a cycle and just shy of a cycle and 2/3 or so. That's 600 grams for each of them. So we could get, with 8 or 9 of these blocks, we could get another 3 cycles worth of algae. Now, unfortunately, this right here is also algae, but it's gonna have to stay that way. We got some up here, for instance, 4 tiles of algae here that would be just fine to move. We could take these out and deconstruct this one. And then we just have to build a couple more tiles somewhere. Oh. Like that, to compensate for the removed tiles there. Oh, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles up there. Which we could also get to. Let's go like this and that. And then take these out. No, don't take them out, actually. Just go ahead and put in, like that. Oh, that's going to drop sand off. And then we'll have to deal with it, but that's okay. Yeah, alright. I do like the idea of adding a new bathroom in here. Because we have shifts right now that have more than 4 people on them. We have actually 4 on this shift and 7 on that shift. Bunny, Belzier, JC, and Tack are on here. We could put Mima and Rowan on different shifts. So let's pop Rowan down here. And that's kind of as even as we're going to get right now until we get next person. But yeah, I'd like to have 2 bathrooms. I'd like to have 2. It's not urgent, but I don't want to set this up with too many more shine bugs for now until we can do something about it. Okay, so I think we can happily get progressing here because they're gonna get us some resources to start the algae running again. I'm gonna go ahead and straight put these guys on 9 priority on that one and 9 priority on that one, and I'm gonna just turn the other guy right off, I think. No, we'll leave it on. We'll leave them all on. They'll get some oxygen in here. All right, that'll work. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why is it? It keeps popping up these things. I noticed it before. Achievement earned. What? We done something? Oh, turn of the century. Down the hatch. Right, we did those last time. Produce 10 tons of refined metal from smooth hatches. Love it. I'm really looking forward to getting the rest of this automation all wired up. There's still a few more cabling issues to be done here. How'd they do on getting up here? This should be mostly accessible, but not quite yet. It's extremely cold up here for them to get in here. So I think what we're going to do, as soon as we get this piped in here, we'll go ahead and put a barrier in. Oops, a barrier in here. I can't apparently click at all. Autosave. Ah, got tripped up in the autosave. Like this, and lock that right in. So we stop this fight with the cold so badly. We have sleet wheat now. Now, what I want to think about is, what's the most efficient use of the sleet wheat? The berry sludge is good. We take bristleberry, and we do produce it here. There's, those 13 plants. It's bristleberry at 1,600 kilocalories to, one of two. Pike apple could be used, and megafrond grain could also be used. Cool. But sleet wheat seed grain is 5 units of grain and 1,600 kilocalories of bristleberry. Sounds good. That's a great use for the bristleberry, but it's already 1,600 food, but that's 5 units of grain. We don't get a lot out of that. That seems expensive. It does make berry sludge, which is like 4,000 calories. That's substantial. That's 2 duplicants can stuff their faces on that a day. I think the minimum they eat is 1,000. Yeah, duplicants consume a minimum of 1,000 kilocalories each per cycle. So we got to be producing 12,000 kilocalories just not to starve them. That doesn't fill them up when they're deficient. It just doesn't starve them. And I think there are other things that change it, right? Was what scalding? But the sludge doesn't require refrigerator and won't go stale, like Christmas fruitcake. I love that idea. It looks like a little bit like Christmas fruitcake. But we certainly don't have any issues right now with staleness. We have issues with not having enough food, and having crappy food, but the other option, there was some other options in here I'd like to look at. The barbecue has some options to use it. Swampy Delight, that's not something I can do. Frost Bun uses just three, but it only produces 600 calories per piece of grain with that. Whereas this one produces 2,400 kilocalories for 5 of them, which is just about 500. Yeah, that's less. This produces less calories total per grain than even the seemingly expensive frost buns that are are half the morale. No, it's more, sorry. It's 500 almost kilocalories a piece. This is 400 a piece. There's one other one, the souffle, but it needs egg. But it does the same 1,600 egg, which is basically 1 fish egg, and 2 grain. And that 2 grain is worth 1,000 kilocalories a piece. And it's morale 8, so the souffle pancake seems to be the best one to me. Gristleberry is just takes bristleberry, which is doesn't say the value. I think bristleberry is a 0. Like, doesn't give you a morale bonus. Is that right? Yeah, morale 0. So these don't add a morale bonus. If we cooked it through one process here, it would add 400 kilocalories. Doesn't take another ingredient, which is nice. So I don't want them to be eating bristleberry if they can be eating gristleberry. Just seems better. And save the sleet wheat maybe for the egg combination. But do we have enough eggs? This would be the ideal meal, I think. The souffle pancake. I'd prefer it goes into there. Right, that's 35 meals of 3,600 kilocalories a piece. That's a lot of food from just that little pick that we just did of those few up top, right? That's 35 times the 3,600 calories. Right, that's 125,000 calories if we had the eggs for it. That's a lot of high-end, high morale food. I think we keep the wheat. I don't think we want to go any further with it then. I don't think we want to use it as sludge right now. Although we have it now, we don't have a lot of eggs now. All right. I'll get them to pop a few of these in. Let's say we go with about 6 of these for now. That'll give them a food buff. What's with the dinging sound? Stop the dinging sound. This thing needs to be deconstructed so we can build it back below there. The overgrown grooming station. Love it. Right, rebuild it there. That's just to have grabbed the algae. I don't want to destroy these algae because they are sitting with bristle blossoms that are free. They're being lit freely by the bugs and they're being grown in native ground, so they're fine. How's our water situation going here? That one's full. This one's at 17,000 or 1,700 now. So he's now 30-ish% full. Means you should be diverting any water that goes out here to this tile. Okay. These guys never finished, so we probably want to get this finished right here, just to allow the surplus to go in there. I think that's a good idea. We have very little algae right now that we just collected. Berry sludge finishes its first batch. Good. She can knock out a few real quick meals here. Now, the lice loaf I've got on repeat, I'm going to shut that off because that's using water that's kind of very precious to us, so I don't want to keep doing that. Bristleberry takes nothing. Right now, we're not doing anything here except for the berry sludge, so this is going to become the higher priority building when we make it, and this one will be the lower priority building, and then we'll do the gristleberry here. I don't know, we'll make like 10 of them. No, you know what? Actually, I don't think I want to do that. We're not that desperate on food. I can always get her to knock them out after. I'm gonna do that the other way, actually. Leave that back up there. It was fine, Drake. It was fine. We're gonna go ahead. We got that water connecting. Good. Now this should bring the water levels up here. I was gonna build the rest of this up higher, but I wonder if that's too many fish. We can handle 15 in here if we do this. If I set this number to operate when it's below, send a green signal if it's below. Let's run our numbers not to 15 anymore. Let's run our numbers to, no, it's just that I can't feed them. That's the problem. How are we doing on seeds as a whole? Let's check. Seeds. Here we go. Oh, that doesn't tell me seeds. Resources there. I'd like a seed, please. Mealwood, we only have 18. We have 14 mushrooms. Think about how those can be used. We got basically nothing as far as seeds. This is a problem. Part of it is that our farmers were not really skilled early, so we haven't really built up a big surplus of it. How are we doing on dirt? Do we have a ton of dirt? 78 tons of dirt. These guys consume how much per cycle? 10 kilograms per cycle. 1,000 kilograms is a ton, right? Think. Yes, 1,000 kilograms is a ton. So 22 of these guys are dumping through 220 kilograms a cycle. Takes them 5 cycles to use 1 ton. 4.5 cycles to use a ton in this configuration here. That's not bad. What is their temperature regulated range? 10 to 30. We could put in more mealwood. I could put a mealwood farm right in here. I don't know if I don't know how well they handle the rads. Because the rad ratios here are, you know, 8.5 rads per cycle. They can handle up to 4,600 rads a cycle. My goodness. Okay, they're fine. They could be sitting in the belly of the sun. Like, this is right in the middle of this thing. This messy right here is 280. Yeah, 285 reds. Oh, yeah. Oh, they're fine. They won't have any issues with radiation. All right, well, getting a little more algae there. There is more algae over here, right? Yeah, we could start cherry picking at a bunch of this algae to get access to here. All right, we'll keep pumping this, and when we need to, we'll go after the more needed stuff here. Do that. Yeah. Get those bits there. There's the edge of the world as we know it. It's interesting. There's a bit of slime to the clay below the abyssalite here. Having sweetles wouldn't be a bad idea. They can go into our crops and start boosting the production of them. And eventually get grubs? What are they called? Yeah, the big worm guys. Okay. Do we have more sweetles around here anywhere? Got this biome over here, which is eventually going to get into for the slush. It also has a bunch of algae. Pumping away there. This guy up here is still dormant for some unknown amount of time. Skill required operation analysis pending. Yes, indeed. Let's actually make... Oh, we do have those set as a good priority. Okay. Let's say we go ahead and sweep up this and this, please. We've got some weird water situation here. Oh, this is full now, eh? Right. So the polluted water, with its tiny bit of food poisoning germs, could be converted into regular water. I think we might want to do that. We are pumping here, so what I'll do is I'll actually run this pipe. I'll steal this pipe and we'll run it into here. There, that far, so for now. So when this batch here is emptied out, before we connect to the next one, we'll use up some of this and run it through here as well. Interesting. Does this have... Sand does have some germs in it. Okay. Interesting. So this would connect us to a pump in here then. We can repurpose things over this way. There. It's not urgent, but we do also have a lot of polluted dirt. Polluted dirt. How does that stuff work for off-gassing, or I guess conversion? How do we convert polluted dirt back into regular dirt? That's a decent amount of it in here, right? 17.9 tons, yeah. Those a sublimation something or other, right? Sublimation station. Polluted dirt takes 1,000 grams a second and a bit of power, puts out polluted oxygen, produces some heat. I don't see how that's that bad of an issue. Any reason not to throw one of those down here? Attack Wolf. Hey Drake, this is way off topic, but have you looked at infection-free zone recently? No, it's really not that off topic, man. I'm talking about germs all over the place and polluted things. So you're out. It's a stretch, but it's in there. Forgot about the game till now, and I love your playthrough. It was a lot of fun. Compost in refinery tab. Does the compost produce better? Oh, wait. The compost that's right. We've got it right here. We've had it shut off, but the compost reduces polluted dirt, rotting food, and discarded organics down into dirt. Compost 100 grams compostable 100 grams a second. It is a duplicate operation required. 1.13 kDTUs. It's compost 1-to-1. Okay. And the sublimation station. Wait, this doesn't produce dirt. Wait, this doesn't output dirt? I'm confused. Okay, no, it's straight up taking it into... Okay, never mind. This thing can put out a lot of heat, though. All right, we'll enable the building. Maybe we'll even do so much as build a second one. This thing should be just deconstructed. So wasteful. I looked into the numbers and it's quite wasteful. The algae terrarium's just not a smart call. The analysis has begun in earnest. He's probably 25+% done the research on that. The analyzing of that beautiful device. All right, we have access to these ones now. I wouldn't mind getting down to here as well. Let's do that. Or this just as commonly is fine. Oop, down there. We want to do kind of minimum access, or minimum digging into those. We could go with those two, but it's probably ought to be growth halted atmosphere, oxygen, polluted oxygen, or carbon dioxide, and air pressure. None of those things exist. Oh, this is hydrogen gas in here. What? Oh boy. Probably should clean that out. Definitely should clean that out. This is brine. Brine doesn't off-gas anything, does it? No, which means all this stuff is just having issues. I don't want to really vacuum this out. At some point I need to start bottling gases. Not a bad idea at some point. Is it going to be cold enough to break any of our gases to liquids if they're in a reservoir? Carbon dioxide probably would liquefy, wouldn't it? Carbon dioxide has... what's its... at what temperature condenses at -48.1? Yeah, that's why we've got those puddles forming here. Okay. Temp-wise, then we could do something over here for a gas reservoir. It's not a bad idea. We could also put them right in the middle of the base here. Although I'm not sure I want to clog up that space with it. I love this, what is it called? Spaced out size of the base biome here, this base asteroid. We're in a very, hey, Morb. We're in a very compressed space, so it's forcing me to not just sprawl. James is having a trouble and a half of that. This thing can be left open, please. We can leave it. We can close it later when the air is hot in there, and it is letting a lot of heat out into the base, but again, we'll insulate things later once we kind of determine what to do about it. I think these are pretty thermally insulated too, right? So we could get across here. I didn't notice this before. We could get all that stuff out of here. Get that stuff out of here. We could also dig all of this out. Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea to just grab all this stuff, right? Start digging out the algae. I won't go any deeper than this because I actually don't want... Oh, oops. Oops, did not mean to do that. Please mop that. Is this on a switch? Where's my switch? That's that switch. Oh, okay. I want a switch over here. Pipe is blocked. That's convenient. Why is the pipe blocked? We never did finish those pipes. I'm okay with that. I want them to finish that, and I want them to mop this. Do it. Okay. Let's keep buzzing along here. Yeah, I really, really enjoyed the infection-free zone. Had some issues at the time, but it was a very enjoyable series to play. It was a hard one. I liked it. Ah, grub fruits. That's right. If we get these guys, if we get the little guys, what are they? The Sweetles? These Sweetles. Closely related to the grub. They basically produce grub eggs, I guess. And we'd want to go to the grubs, but I think the grubs need to make the eggs. I think they feed on the plant, or no, when they, especially the grub fruits, become really valuable when it's not spindly, and that happens when it's got a grub plant on it or something. Printable, available. Holy moly, we need new colonists because we don't have enough problems as it is. I don't know that we do. A mouth breather with bottomless stomach. Ouch. Loud sleeper and shabby dresser, or gastrophobic. Gastrophobic's doable, but I don't really need a creative friend. We'll just go with coal for now. I haven't tried it. I haven't played it. Haven't played it a day or a moment since that series ended. So I will want to look into it. We've got everything messed up in this puddle. What a mess down here. It's got brine. It's got polluted water. It's got water. That's why we set this up. This one is set to trigger brine. It'll open this if brine comes through and dump the brine in here. And then if water gets to this point, if it's regular water, it'll open there and dump in here. And then the rest goes down to here as polluted water. I'm going to connect that and let those keep running until this thing fills itself and backs up. I'd stopped it for this set here. That right there is a brine pot. So it should bloop, drop the brine, and it should just let the brine through. Beautiful. I love this setup. See, every time it turns green, it's dripping some brine out of here. Yeah, every other tile is brine, so now it's got polluted water. Gets all the way down this way. Good. All right, well, we can turn these up. Wouldn't hurt. Never enough time to play all the good games we've done, guys. If you ever, for any time, need to let me know, hey, I'd love you to try this game again, or have you revisited, or whatever, please do. I'd take zero offense and don't think of it as a demand in any way unless you're being an absolute active douche about it. But I assume most people are just interested in getting us to be able to enjoy the game together, so. Alright, we're gonna sweep stuff, but I want to make sure our sweep thing is off up here. Yeah, I don't know if I've got a sweeping building anywhere, but don't think I do. We got more shine bugs being delivered up here. Now you have achieved 14 of 15. You're set at 9, and this one should be set lower than that. Yeah, that's fine. We're periodically getting oxygen from the algae. These things are pumping away, producing not a ton, but it's not nothing, but it's not spectacular. We've got a lot of CO2. We could tank it, or we could remove it. We could even vent it. We're not far at all here from being able to actually just go and vent the They're gonna get really damaged if they try to go up there and vent things, though. Yeah, I mean, we could just tank the CO2. We could scrub it, but why? Whoa. Yeah, you know what? Let's spend a few moments popping some CO2 in a tank. Let's do that. I'll just put a pump there, and we'll fill it up for now. I need an element sensor. We might use it for something. It can be just like, it can be even all the way up here, eh? Let's say about here. If it gets that, oh, you know what? If it gets, yeah, that high, then pull the, pull it down to fill this tank. Actually, it doesn't matter. It can be really low, right? It can be like here, for all I care. Gas element sensor. So long as there is that there, then pump the gas pipe from here into here. That's it. I'm just gonna fill this thing. This will fill up and it'll just stop. Hey, look, a smooth hatch. Let's wrangle the smooth hatch, and we can allow smooth hatches in here as well. Stone hatches. Yeah, smooth stone, right? Yeah. All those can go in there. There is now, what, 4 of you in this room? 4 critters in that room. There's surpluses that I've been running through here. So instead of letting them go on their own, I was kind of like speeding up the process. These are all stone hatches now, though, in here. Food's sitting at 30,000 now. Some berry sludge, some bristleberry, lice loaf, and meal lice. Okay, we're not in desperate stage for the whatever it's called, the oxygen. I mean, not the oxygen. The oxygen is still pretty rough. The water situation is fixed a fair bit, though. All right, can somebody like actually get this thing open, please? It's really nice, toasty surroundings he gets out of there. So he's not being scalded, is he? Toasty surroundings. Reduces stamina pretty aggressively and slows him down extensively. But it's... What I could do is I could actually go in and have somebody dig out down here. Once we vacuum this out, here, let's get everybody on this. And there, and then we'll pop a few of the tiles out of here. Because he can barely sit there for a few moments, and look at his bar. Just drop in there. So hot, I can't handle this. So he only gets a little bit done, and then he has to jump out of the... Oh, you're going somewhere. Where are you headed to, Camille? Follow the little line, and you are... One of these is set to sweep. Nope. Oh, this is seeds. Not mealwood seeds. Weeds were not total. Okay. That's what it is. It's not that we're not moving the stuff. Do want to recommend a game called Stationeers. I love Stationeers, man. It's one of those ones that's difficult enough. I did actually start producing a series, and then I had to stop and never got to publish it because I didn't get enough. I didn't have enough time to put into it, and I didn't want to like start and then immediately ditch on it. So I decided to back out on it. But man, it is a fun series, or fun game. One of my favorites, actually. It's just really complex. If you have some spare ice, you can make temp shift plates out of ice. Or what? I like that idea. Does that just mean they melt, or what? How's that work? You just put them in, they melt instantly? It feels like that's what a temp shift plate made of ice would do. Really? Disinfecting the algae diffuser? Alright. How's our overall breathability here? We're up to 49%, which is way better than 18%, guys. I'm gonna say, it's just way better. This actually has the chance to have other stuff in it. I'm gonna set up one of those vent on here. I'll do a vent and a NOT gate. Yeah, we'll just do a line sensor, pipe, gas pipe element sensor here. Oh, I don't like that. That's awkward. That's very awkward. Let's go this way instead, please. And we'll snip this. And we'll remove that. Okay, and then I want a NOT gate in here as well. I think. I want it to say, if it's CO2, leave the thing open. So I want it to be, if it's not CO2, close it. Yeah. Oh, hold on. This does not need to happen, and not need to be disconnected, because that's going to work just fine as is. That stays there. Another one goes here. We snip this connection, and we put the NOT gate in. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-boo-ba-da. Where are you? You're down here. The other way. It's an arrow shape. Did it figure that out? Yes, it did indeed. Alright, so this stuff can be built. Is it high priority? Probably not, but this will start letting us breathe better, which is probably a good priority. Alright, we're pretty much empty or filled up here. Liquid vent over pressurized. Good. But you're not supposed to be on right now. Not at all. Actually, you won't be on because there is there's a closed pipe there. That pipe doesn't go anywhere yet. So we'll get that built so we can shut that thing off when we want to. All right, you're fine then. What's stacked up here? Oh, this was a clean sweeper. Gotcha. All right, how are we doing the clean up here? Still working. Nearly there though. Another couple thimbleweed seeds. See, these are not bad. The temp here is 50 something. If we have a shipping room, I should probably make that shipping room insulated, shouldn't I? Let's do that. Before too long, that would be a wise choice. I'm going to make this into the shipping room. In some variety of something at some way. I don't know how. At some place, some way I'm going to have that done. No, you know what? This is going to make a mess. Let's do that and that. I think that will suffice. I think so. I can't actually get into there from here with these things in the way. Okay, no, don't cancel that. Let's take this one out. Alright, those guys right there need to be done first before the rest of the tiles above. Good. So all the copper, all the coal, all the eggs, and so on will be rapidly pulled out of this area once the automation systems are set up. And we won't have to do this sort of watching with eagle eye to be able to fail to get this. Watching to get, you know, all the eggs out so we don't have any issues. There we go. Any crowding issues, because right now these guys are starving. Wait, are you guys set to... Oh, these are harvestable. Oops. Did not mean to make those harvestable. Let's add more. We could put one here, and we could put one here and here. Do that. Oops. Starving are 7.8 cycles, 9 cycles. Oh boy, 8.68. A lot of them are starving. Oops, my bad. I've been harvesting this. I put these in here to add to their food, and I've been harvesting instead. My dumb. Normally they go by and they eat from it and they take it down by 20 or whatever percentage total. This is not full, so we still have a couple or trip or so of that. You're nearly done the research there. That's good. Oh, and there's something. No, is there something down here? No, it's just the tile. Attribute increase for Mima. Machinery skill up by +1. If you have some spare... Oh, and melt it to increase the volume of water. Yeah, we do have... I've been jumping the ice all down like here. Right? I told them to. There is ice here. Oh, this should not be... This it has to be sweep only. For all the ice and snow. Solid carbon dioxide. That's a thing we have? Have we frozen carbon dioxide now? Yeah, I should get the polluted ice out of here. This one I do not want to get out of here. This is such a precarious vent. 34.8 grams of water. And this one has, what's the water here? 70.5. and nothing here because it's too bloody cold. We did seal this up with the door, so that's helping this temperature come up. This whole area was in like -7 or 8 at spaces, but right here where it matters, the carbon dioxide is still here. It's not liquefied right now, which is better than it was, than it is up there. But this is turning, it's cold enough in this space. The CO2 here is still at -8.1. So it's not actually able to allow water to sit there without turning to ice. So I grabbed the ice and moved it back over here. It will melt soon, and then it'll start freezing again. Or it might actually flush over the edge. I don't know. We're going to lose it here bad if we don't do this right. We planned to put a wheeze ward in here. We haven't gotten there yet. The piping over here is not, for some reason, is just not finishing yet. Is it accessible? No, it's right on a ladder. Super easily accessible. You not gonna get this igneous rock delivered? You're a 9 priority shipping delivery to that place right there. James is just, he's a sweating. He's doing the sauna work right there. Oh, there goes Camille to probably, yes, not all of it. Really? Somebody else has to come and do the rest. Alright. Not great, but alright. Okay, so next thing I want to do is pull a dig order right in here. And I'd like to take this iron out. Like that. That's going to be quite hot, but it'll drop the temperature off James. Although it's a little late now. He's basically got the job done. Is this just clean water? Yeah. I guess we can mop it up. Pretty much everything has a drop spot somewhere, so I don't think brine I didn't set up the brine to have one, did I? I did not. Our water is not keeping up here. We're running water out. Where are we running it to? Oh, it's over to here. Yeah. We're prioritizing this to fill up, which was not intended. Whoa, wait a second. What the heck just happened? Oh no, we've got how did we get polluted water there? How? You can't have polluted water there. That's weird. I don't understand what's happening here. I do understand that you're about to... Ah, you already did. You dumped polluted water in the bottom of my fish pool. It's not toxic, but a little sludge at the corner of the pool, nobody will mind, right? They won't notice. I need to take this tile out to let the air out. You can do some sort of seed food for these guys. I don't need more blossom seeds, so any surplus seeds you get of that is good, and any mealwood seeds you get of that is good, and we'll tell them to just bring 20 kilos down here. Something like that. Sort of. I can't mop what's down here, unfortunately. It's too big. 190? I don't think I can mop it. Oh, too much liquid in that spot. I don't know why it's built like this. Really don't understand what's happened there. What is spilling? Oh, this is the fresh water spilling out because it's got polluted water under. Okay, just stop for now. Just stop. What are you doing, man? Why do you keep making more mess? Oh, this is dumb. This is not large volumes of water pounding through here. This is tiny volumes of water now getting over to here. Not on floor. What a mess. Somehow polluted water got here. I don't quite understand how that happened. Where did that come from? Was there polluted ice or something dropped here? Probably. We probably had a bit of ice drop because somebody was moving with it or something. Clean the mess, guys. Clean it up. Alright. This needs to get out of here so we can get rid of the bubble. We'll keep mopping this. Please. What a mess. Alright. So we did blow through here. That's good. I'm actually going to go ahead and just mop this. It's not very much volume of water. All right, we have the information on this thing. 1396 per cycle average. Next active is in another 20 cycles, so not far out. It goes 92.2 cycles on and out of every 144. So it's basically 92 on, 50 off. So a good percentage of the time. It doesn't pump out a huge amount, but 1400 grams per second is a pretty solid amount. Pretty solid. Considering like the electrolyzer for the spawn, one of those uses 1,000. So this is enough to keep building up more water, producing more water than we use in a single electrolyzer. Like one in a almost, 1.4 electrolyzers. Get your pump with auto bottler, pull it out. Maybe they like. No. This is Paku's. This is not a pool. This is a Paku aquarium. They like a little flavor in their water. I don't know what you're talking about, man. It's fine. Alright, this thing needs to be set to Paku fry, and don't drop above. Let's leave it at 15. They'll let 15 critters come in here, and that's going to be the highest priority for a drop off. This is going to be we have 10 smooth hatch eggs right now. That's awesome. This is going to be Paku fries. And it should be set on this system, if that's still active. It is. So you've got the timer and a trigger that says send a green signal if below 15, which is sending the green signal right now. We'll reset the timer to get him started. Oh, no power wire connected. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, that's right. Do that. And this does need to be a high priority. And if we get food delivered down here, that'd be lovely. Alright. I guess we could have the seeds down here. We don't replant seeds, so seed storage here. Come down here. Right? Wouldn't be a bad idea. So all the seeds could be just delivered here, and then it's just a matter of walking by and throwing the right ones in, right? Not the Weezewort, please. Yeah, all that could be in. Good. I approve. Then we'll take the seed container and storage. And we'll just reset everything. Okay. Alright, let's do another run of grabbing eggs. We could start doing these guys to use one of these to boost up the amount of critters, the speed at which the critters grow to maturity, or we could just sweep them. And you just keep going, right? What do we have in this room? Now, there are 21 critters in there. That counts eggs and living things, so there's 21 of them in there. Eventually, if we look through these, we're looking at the incubation percentage right here. We just keep watching through there. 15, 18, there's 50s, 70s, 20s, more 70s, 60s, 80s. So they've got, 5% per cycle or 3% per cycle or whatever. Doesn't really matter if there's enough of them in there. If you put one in every cycle and they get 3% per cycle, eventually you'll get one out every cycle or whatever, right? Whatever percentage it needs. If they get 5% per cycle, 20 eggs in there, one every day will mean you get a hatch out of it every day. And the numbers go up from there, so they'll automatically drown in that one. This one they're not, but that's regular hatches. It's set to produce regular hatches there. The eggs for pretty much everything runs the same amount, right? Effect, raw eggs, 1600 kilocalories. Drecos, divergence. Shines are only 160, but they also drop resin. Pakus are 3200. We need more eggs. More Pacu eggs. I didn't realize Pacus were so good at egg. Yeah, so anything, all the hatches and the Drecos, we turn into meat for barbecue. And the others we turn into egg to make omelet to make the souffle. So, yep. Not omelet. Egg to the souffle. Omelet is only a 4 morale. Souffle is an 8. Alright. You are now ready to pump warm water. If, of course, that pipe has ever been built, which for some bizarre reason it has not. We're not, like, out of granite or something, are we? We have 123 tons of it, so no, for some reason these are... Did they get set to... Oh, they're at a super low priority called 5. Alright, so we should be able to get the spawn online if we just do this little quick cleanup here. Let's set that up and shut this one off. There you go. And let's get that guy set up and do a sweeperoo of this. Nothing left in that one. We can get that stuff. And we can get the few pieces up here. And whatever's in here. Good. Build that last missing piece. The doors are set to open right now for a couple spots. We can probably let them go to auto. See how well these guys do it. Handling the cold here. I think the answer is not very. This ice is now 1.2 degrees. Should start melting soon. There we go. Now that water line is active. And this pump can start pumping. What the heck is going on? That's awkward. Shouldn't be polluted water in there. Must have been a splash on the ground or something that it picked up. Oh well, it'll damage the electrolyzer a touch when it's in there. It isn't germy. No, it isn't germy, which means it's not going to spread. I don't think it's germy. The first batch I looked at wasn't. No, it's 226.7 kg of polluted water in one tile in the corner that's not germy. It's not going to bother them at all. They're not bothered by living in there anyways. Like, they can live in polluted water full time. I'm wondering, I think we need to find a way to make these guys fed more. I don't think I have enough seeds to keep 15 of them going right now. To me, that would be worth putting in a mealwood plant. 77.8 tons. We only use, what did we say? We use 2 or 3 tons. No. A ton takes them 4 or 5 cycles to use. We got a lot of time on that. They go into it once in a while to collect resources. Well, they do for now. That's something I want to fix. How did the rest of the automation stuff setup go? Oh, it did finish. Okay. Good. All right, I'm going to set up a... nope, not going to go through that process with looking at in there. I'll just grab it here. A chute here. This is going to be our everything dump. So this track is going to run throughout various different parts of the base and just dump things. Whatever is gathered. So the guy right here can get anything. Nope, he can't. Didn't dawn on me that he can't reach that stuff. Could if he was up here though. You can't either. So we do need one there, one there, one there. We'll need another one up here. Okay. Let's take out this stuff then, because this has all it needs in it. This from earlier, this is our thermal regulating pipe. It's just a radiant pipe. In here, insulated here, radiant on this side, and it just runs in. So it leaves the cold pipe, the cold tank at negative 2.1 degrees, and by the time it gets back through here, it's at 5.4 degrees by the time it hits here. So it's 7-degree shift in whatever amount of heat that is. It's not a lot. This is keeping this stuff sub-frozen, but you're idle right now. Your average 1,200 cycles for Brian. Not bad. So we don't need anything more in this. So let's go ahead and remove this stuff, including that switch. Get that cleaned out. And then, why are you guys not growing? Oh, right, because this stuff was here. Kind of annoying. I think this is close enough. 6. Yeah, he might be blocking that tile entirely. But we do have... Wait, where'd you go? Where'd the rest of the reeds go? You have a thimble reed there. 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 Why did you not put one in here? Why are we losing it here? Is this stuff been dying off because it's too cold? Sure has. Thimble reed is 22, and it survives at 22 to... It's just somewhere on the edge of 22. These guys produce a bit of heat, I guess, when they operate, right? Yeah. I mean, they don't produce much, but I want these things to be everything. I'm going to copy that setting to all of these. There. You. Good. So they're going to clean everything out of there. Now, it's going to dump everything here, but I actually want... I want that connected, and I want a pickup. How far can you reach? To there. So if I have a... not an automation, a shipping dude that is like this. Which side do they grab from? Oops, wrong button. Which side? Let's watch what they do. Right, well that didn't work. Conveyor is blocked, really? Yeah, because didn't build it. So, which tile do they actually grab? I think it's there. Okay, so if I put in one of these guys, and I have him there, and then the next one could be there, I bet you this tile would reach. My idea is that we have there. We have a conveyor rail that goes like this. I want to deconstruct this batch. And then this guy will pick up any of the eggs that we want in here and drop them here. That'll work. I think. We can also have, we can have fish eggs brought over here to be cracked as well. We could put an automated device in here. As long as we run our power wisely and don't wreck this, we could put in a grabber to throw food resources in and out of the barbecue as well. Not a lot of room up here in the diner. Otherwise, I could say we could get the food moved up there, but save the jobs of having the eggs loaded. I heard there's a way you can, like, auto make omelets? Something to do with temperature management and some way to crack them without labor. I don't remember how the cracking works. There's some way to crack them without a duplicant involved at all. And then have them actually take these two out. I'll take these two out. Then actually have a duplicant crack them. No, they deliver them with automation to something that holds them, and after a certain amount of time they crack. I don't know if that's still a thing. I don't remember. Oofta, dude. Empty out the porta potty, will you? We have no surplus bathrooms here at this point. No backup porta potties. Alright, we have 9 critters in here. This guy should be nice and hugged. He's not yet. I've only got the cycle doing once a cycle, so we should have it hug and go along with it. We could change these down. Like, go to 270, so the cycle was more frequent. probably a better call. It's a little more use of power, but it's probably more efficient as well. As far as the breeding process goes. They'll less frequently not have eggs being done in there. Just trying to scan for stuff now. Okay, there's no more eggs in here, and I don't have to scan. I was just scanning for eggs. I don't have to scan for eggs. I just need this thing built. And then once that's built, everything in that area is just going to plop right down in there. Everything from that that conveyor network is just going to plop in there. That build. Oh, you can build that from there. Oh, that's great. I didn't think they could access those from up there. Okay, cool. At least we have the tile in. I don't think I need that anymore, but that's fine. They can access all three of these from standing up here, probably. That will do just fine, sir. Oh, here comes the stuff. Here's our first delivery on our shipping systems, guys. Let's see, what do we get? There it is, some coal sitting on there, copper. And there'll be eggs periodically in there too. There's some plastic. Oh yes, the plastic's gonna end up there too. This can be also deconstructed. Don't need these storages here anymore. I'm trying to work towards shifting to things away from the excessive work they need to do. Look at all this stuff. That might be terrible because there's temperatures weird going on here. Oh, I just made all of that out of freezing cold insulated tiles. That might wreck my bristle blossoms. Oh, they can go down to 5, so no, they're fine. I need to dump some water in here or something. This is water. No, I don't need to. Fine. This is gonna be cold. Really cold. If this starts damaging our base with too much cold, I mean, I'll be amused, but not impressed. Rails blocked, eh? Did I miss a piece somewhere? No, it's just legit blocked. It's because there's so much stuff. It's just, it only does packets of what? What does it move? Small, it looks like small containers. Yeah, it's 20 kilograms. Whereas these things can pick up like 1,000 in a grab or something. Something like that. Oh, you're not powered yet. Let's do that. I did actually break some of the insulation. Use the warmth on either side. I insulated it because I don't want it to care how it affects the... Hi, why are you suffocating? Rowan! Stop the suffocating thing, man. You're scaring me, bro. Ah, you did some more, what, digging in here? No? What were we doing in there? Okay, this is now offline, that pipe. Okay, let's go ahead and grab the liquid pipes. And we're going to go ahead and just snip this for now. And I'll grab here, and I'll connect that back up. And then we'll let this guy fly on putting polluted water through the sieve to continue filling that. And that will allow more polluted water to come in from this unit, which is quickly going to run out. You've just been blasting through so much water. Am I misunderstanding how much... Oh no, I've been filling this thing. That's like, why have I been using so much bloody water? That's because this guy is filling. Let's go ahead and shut that valve there. I will say automation, liquid element sensor. I can put it there, okay. There. No, not liquid element sensor. I want something else. I want a pressure something. I want something that checks how much pressure enters a chosen range. Must be submerged in liquid. There. Yes. So long as there's X amount of liquid in there, close that. Basically, I just have to get this to a certain range. Now, you are 120 tiles. And they take 8 each, which is why it's built that way. It's 15 Pakus can fit max in this, so long as we don't have any of the tiles as solid tiles. They're all liquid. That'll keep 15 of them won't be cramped. You should keep incubating until we have 15. They're not sweeping up any yet until we get closer to that number. I could actually intervene here and swap you out to a Paku egg. And you've been running Pip egg. Let's go ahead and put you as a Paku egg as well. We'll get a couple more Paku eggs quickly produced to bring this up to level. There's a lot of Paku eggs in there. Those are each 3,200 calories of food, just as an egg. So with the egg and the sleet wheat, if we have enough of it, we have 75 units of sleet wheat right now. So we get 35, 37 helpings of this. And each Paku egg gives us 2 runs of this. So with 2 wheat and 1 Paku egg, we get 7,200 kilocalories of food. That seems broken. And it's a +8 food quality. So, you know, just kill off the hatches that don't need them. Like, that's an insane amount. The problem is keeping these guys fed. I don't have anything to feed them other than algae. We can feed them sleet wheat grain, weirdly enough. But there is no other grains here, I think. Yeah. There's just like, I don't know why, because I think you guys are supposed to be producing seeds, right? It's problematic. Give me like 100 of a seed, please. Well, 3 hatch eggs. 2 blossom seeds. Not 100, but it's 2 seeds. I think they eat 1 seed per cycle, so that's 15 seeds per cycle we would need to feed them. Which is why we're not going to be able to have 15 Pakus in there producing eggs at a high rate. Do either of these people seem ideal? No. You're going to have some serious morale issues. You have decreased food morale and decreased decor morale. And use the bathroom more often, which I don't mind. But no. I think I'll take the hatch eggs. That's 4,000 barbecue apiece. With a little work. Yeah, the seed issue. There's got to be a way to make more seeds. Do we have any other farming technologies that can improve that? I doubt it. This stuff. A critter condo provides comfort to lounge. Boost critters' happiness? Water fort? A fancy recipe. Really? That's awesome. We kind of need that tech. We don't have the science for it yet, but dang, that's awesome. I think what was it? The farm skill, right? Farming skill is what we need. Abe's farming skill is sitting at 11 egg, and Bonnie's is 7. So they're not getting a great ratio here. Let's see. Abe, where are you, Abe? Let's just find Abe. Where's our farmer boys? Are you around here, Abe? You guys are really hard to follow. Uh-oh. James is having a narco sleep. There's Abe. Alright. Looks like a great farmer with that hat. I love it. Bio, we're looking at agriculture. There it is. Yeah. Harvest speed up, tending speed up, and seed chance. Okay, so plus 36% seed chance. How do we get the seed chance in the first place? Like, every time they harvest, there's a chance that they get it? Base seed harvest chance 10%. This plant has a 10% chance to produce new seed when harvested. Okay. So that's the base plus a 33%. So there's a good chance harvest 10 plants. There's a good chance he's going to pop out, get you know, 2 or 3 seeds out of that. Okay, not great, but not bad. Hey, look, the Sweetle larvae up. You could try to mutate your plants to grow them in radiation. By growing them in radiation? That's a thing? That's awesome. What? Absolutely we're gonna do that. Why aren't these mutating? Are they mutating? I don't know. Or do natural ones not mutate? Is there a... I've never seen a message about mutating. You sure that's a thing in this case? Primary element, genetic ooze. Oh, no, that's the shine bug, right? But I thought I had the bristle blossom selected. No, it's not. Bristle blossom. Primarily composed of genetic ooze. That's a great description. Growing near maximum radiation increases the chance of mutant seed being produced. Huh. That is really cool. You said, sorry, Fallinger, I missed the message. You said it's because wheat is so hard to maintain. Temperature-wise, yeah, I need better control of... Let's see, research... Yeah, I need better control of my... Oh, I actually did click on it. That's fine. I need better control of my temperatures before I can do that. I need to basically pipe some really cold stuff through something. And get sleet wheat that is very cold. Actually, the sleet wheat could be grown... I have a lot of phosphorite, don't I? Bet you I do. There's 8.5 tons. How much does a sleet wheat use? Wait. I thought they use phosphorite to grow... No, that's the wheezewort. Yes. We could plant the wheezewort with the phosphorite. Water and fertilizer. Oh yeah, we can't plant that in like minus whatever because it's going to wreck the ground, isn't it? We could try one, but can't see how we'd be able to grow in... No, it's going to have carbon dioxide or oxygen as well, so that's not going to work there. I need a place that's going to be minus... sit at about 0 temperature. How could we do that? I don't think... Is there a way for us to manage... Oh, this has expanded the temperature out here, eh? That's from this thing being... the water and that being in here and not having it insulated yet. You'd probably want exuberant or leafy mutations. They increase the fertilizer cost but decrease their life cycle, making them more efficient. Ooh. That is cool. Alright. Before I jump on the sleet wheat, we were talking about getting sleet wheat naturally growing up here. Is there any way I can get a... that sleet wheat seed can be moved over here and then put a pip in here? I think he's got more than enough tiles in there to do. And he's not going to have other plants near him. I don't know if he's going to be able to handle it minus 65. He wasn't able to get that one, but that doesn't mean it won't work at all. Let's... starving? Oh no. Can I feed these guys with... I can't. They need thimble reed, don't they? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Not good at all. Very not good. 2.3 cycles. Oh my god. Where are the rest of them? Did we starve them all? Oh no, they're up here. Body temperature low. Holy crap. Oh my god. Ooh, okay. Okay. You're doing spectacular here, Drake. Deconstruct. Deconstruct. Do that right away. We're just oozing temperature all over the base in a bad sort of way. This is running super cold water through here, but it's also running super cold through here, which was probably a foolish choice. This whole place has not enough heat in it. Oh boy. Is there anywhere that does have a good amount of heat in our base? No, basically we're chilling everything too much. Way too aggressively. We gotta start producing more heat. We gotta start, like, I don't know, manufacturing metals or something. Let's connect a device to put a coal generator in, put a metal refinery in, and just refine metals just for the heat. I feel like that's not a bad call. What else? Well, this thing's gonna pump out a lot of heat, so we can start putting. Oh, hi! You did get. We got water in here. Okay. So, are we able to turn this on now? There is just some polluted ice in the middle. I don't know why. Where that came from. Oh. Right. That would be the... That'd be the ice that actually dropped from the damage to this thing, right? So I do want you guys to make sure you maintain that thing. If these doors are all going to be latched. Singer research. Fine. I'm going to come get this stuff. Oh, he's relocating the seed. Good. Oh, and he picked up a sleet wheat to take somewhere. Oh, it's the cook. Yeah, JC, the cook, just ran all the way up there to do that. Does this not work? Emergency demand moves? You're not powered anymore because I shut that off. Oh, okay. So, yep, it's not gonna collect anything. I don't know, relocate you over there. I just need this. I want this out of here. Right away. Thanks, Tackwolf. Appreciate it. You're gonna dump lots of ice on the ground. Appreciate that less, but you're doing good work, friend. You're doing good work. Keep it up. Drop this down here so we have the proper spot for that thing. Love seeing those guys go. Really hate seeing that guy not. You're still dormant. I'd like to get up there sooner rather than later. Analyze that. I do not want those to mix though either. We need to not do the dig here. We need to put a wall in here. I don't care about the insulated tiles. It can be made of whatever. Igneous rock in here. Yeah, let's actually make it out of igneous rock then. That for sure. There's an abyssalite wall here, but if we don't have this here, once this if this ever melts, it's going to pour the two together, and I do not want that to happen. Yeah. Thanks for the extra ice. I appreciate it, man. We need more ice. No, we're supposed to be insulating. That's good news. All right, these are not happening for some reason. We need this. You need this repaired, I think. But I don't get why these pending moves have not been moved. I mean, they're even like kind of important. With my forever nonsense of change everything 53 times to the highest priority so that everything is super high priority, which we all know what that means. Are these guys set it high? No, they're not. So you're digging like crazy on a job that's that. And those products have not been moved. Did I lock these doors or something? The heck? Everyone's busy. I know, I know. This should have an errand counter right here, but it doesn't. JC, you grab one, and somebody else comes all the way across town to grab the other. Alright, and this... Oh, there we go. They put the gold amalgam in. Now it's got the repair job coming, hopefully. But it's 9, you'll put the high priority repair on. The heck is a giant pile of garbage here for? No. Cancel that. Good. Do that. Get those out of the way. Before I close that up. This doesn't actually have to be closed up. Now that I think about it. We clean that all up and it's good to go. All right, let's put this thing on and see if I did what I did wrong. Oh, you're already on? Wait a second. Uh-oh. Did I ever do something wrong? Where's the problem? The water in that line. No power. Oh, because that's run through a separate power line. Yeah, right. That needs to be on. There we go. Alright. The spawn begins. I don't know if it will do it right, but the spawn's supposed to begin. The cooling loop, however, is not in place, which is probably a bad idea. Let's get that done. Real soon. Regular pipe's probably fine. This goes into here. Not sure if I want this as a regularly running thing or just to radiant pipe through here. I think I just want it to radiant pipe through this section. Probably. Probably procrastinate on cooling. Yeah, not wrong. Low body temperature and starving. This is terrible. Get the heat going through this area. Well, we do have some hot things, don't we? Oh, what happened here? Overload on the wires. Oh yeah, because I turned this on and blew the wires. Great. That is hydrogen up here. And I set a pressure amount. Set that to 100. Set this down to 100. There is some carbon dioxide, whatever else in here. It's just going to be venting out into here, actually, right now, which is not ideal. Or is it? Whatever you produce, dump it here? Or should we put it further down? Gonna be too hot. By a large margin. For now, let's just dump it here. That seems okay to me. Whatever it is, it'll be warm, it'll pump in there. I'll probably have to shut that off. Right, I'll probably have to limit that. In fact, I could set an automated wire just to, because I want to test how these temperatures are going to work. So I could just put a manual switch for now until we think through what we need next. Yeah, very right, Bowser. Hello, hello, fellow colony manager. Kuka, welcome back. We're alive still. I know, surprising, right? Now, why is that egg not being picked? Oh, I bet you critters are on a separate... Haha, yeah, they are. Critters too, please. Copy settings. The whole point of these guys is to pick up the eggs. And I didn't. Yeah. There's a freaking bunch of snow sitting here. And ice. Oh my gosh. You need to be, like, really getting all your garbage picked up here, alright? You're on sweep only? Don't be on sweep only. Be on get the heck out of here. That's what you should be on. Actually, hold on. There was a ton of cold coming in here. I don't want the cold in here. I don't want the ice and such in here. Right, you're now no filters designated. Okay, I want the filters here for the critters. So when this thing picks up its critters, I want the hatches, glossy, Drecos. There won't be Sweetle eggs in there right now. Anything hatch related, anything at all hatch related, and there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4 hatch types. Sage, regular, smooth, and stone hatch all in there, and then we want the Drecos and the glossy Drecos. And that's it. And the pip eggs. And the cuddle pip eggs. Now, they're all going to go in there and be made into barbecue. Oh, lots of carbon dioxide indeed, friend. We have plenty of it to go around for everybody. I did actually set something up here down here to deal with that. So we should probably power this beauty. Not that we have enough power right now to run this beauty. I should also have powered it from here, not here. That would be wiser. Let's do that. And that'll start pulling the CO2 out of the area, right? There. Now this thing is going to have a... This is just the CO2, right? This is carbon dioxide. Not carbon gas, carbon dioxide. If carbon dioxide is there, send a green signal. Signal being sent. Lovely. Not finished, but it's being sent. This is going to say if there's... this is going to look for carbon dioxide. There goes my voice. It's going to look for carbon dioxide, and if it finds carbon dioxide, it will flip the signal. There is no carbon dioxide in the pipe. When there is, it'll flip it from, it'll put out a green, flip it to red, and close this thing. So the carbon dioxide will go in here, everything else will go out there. Alright, that'll be the first. Hi! Hi, Mr. Fishy. What you doing here? Don't know why you're here, but you may go back here. that out of here. Get out of here. There is 16 things in here, which means we're actually crowding here now. We have 3 fish places producing. All should be thoroughly hugged and cuddled. You're actually producing at... Oh, that's just cuddled. This one is at 120% per cycle. This one's not, but yay. Go ahead and get a rancher over here right away if we can. I love those little guys. They're so cool. These cuddle pips are awesome. Is this still the right... Oh, did we break the size here? Uh-oh. 92? How did you become 92 cycles? Or tiles? Supposed to be 96 cycles. Or tiles. Never. Why? Oh, the sand. Got it. Alright, let's dig, but carefully. We'll do that. Make sure that anything else in here... Just sand. Mealwood, I do not want to uproot. He's stuck. Okay, there's just one plant in there. So let's make those happen right away so we get that guy out of there and we clean up the dirt. Revert that back to a 15 acceptable size. Still didn't get anybody, huh? Come on, ranchers. Alright, that should give us enough. Hey, he's still working on prepping that new tick. That should get us enough fish to fill most of this. Close. It'll also grab a few more eggs out of here. Alright. Yeah, we'll do another round. Mima's putting together the piping. We have our beautiful spawn that is sort of working. Is it working? I don't know if it's working. This is interesting. Still oxygen in here. In fact, there's an insane amount of oxygen in there. Like hyper compressed space there. And very little hydrogen in some of these spots. Okay, so this should be hydrogen gas starting to build there. Cool. Now, we're not running the generator from it, but when it gets closer to... It's going to have serious power problems. This is beating the crap out of our network. Research is fine. So you have enough, by far, oxygen down here. You just have nowhere to put it, and it's venting out there, which is, you know, not great, but it'll get into the base somehow. It's a bit, anyways. I'm gonna actually deconstruct that vent. We're gonna pause this guy temporarily. Uh-oh. What'd I do? Oh, there's a battery up there. That's what it is.
Fish.
We need carbon dioxide for our first rocket fuel and oh, there we go. Good, lots of it then. Should be the pressure backup on the automation to make sure it's time to separate. The pressure backup on automation to make sure it has time to separate now that you've jump start. Have a jump start. Oh, yeah. It should sort itself out, is what you said? Like, it should fix? Oh. I want... no. I'm not sure if I get what you said. In my current base colony, 3 cooler geysers. Oh, cool geysers. So one, like the events that are 110? Ah, yes. Okay. These are cool geysers. This is a cool vent. Cool vents put out at crazy high temps. In fact, this has 17 cycles left to go. We got lots to go still. We have to do a lot of piping. Gotta get all these granite pipes put in. Video power circuits? Oh, we gotta watch this one. I don't think I've seen this one. Oh yes, maybe I have. Have we seen this one? We made it. Why is he not that fast when I ask him to do the job, huh? You said if you can cool the vents. Are you talking with, like, tuning or something? Oh, look at this. The water. Is the water back properly? It is. Oh my gosh, my water is back. Is it not freezing air here? It is very freezing air here, which means we're going to do it again. Alright, is that water going to freeze? Oh, it's at 0.4. We have this insulated here, but should shut down now that the battery is... There you go. So how does this gas settle out? We have way too much oxygen here, but these can put out more oxygen than this system can run. So it should thin out the oxygen as it vents it out, right? How close are we? We got all this to do still. All this to do still. In this section. Alright. Not again! Oh no, that's just fresh water. Good, you're supposed to do fresh water. That's fine. This is very awkward, the way he's pumping there, but at least it's getting it clean. We can go ahead and do this. I'm not going to reach here, though. Without a few of you friends. And then we'll go in here. Get all that fun out of the way. No more fun to dig out down here. What is this? Damaged pipes or wires everywhere. Oh, I think that's going to be a tomorrow problem, though, for sure. Another day problem, because fixing the power right now is way over my pay grade. Although I'm not sure how. And once this gets going and producing the power within itself, I don't know that I want to wait around until it fills up all 15,000 before let's do it like really small amount for now and make it a small interior space we can get going, and then the two of them I can actually disable one of them. Yeah, that's what I can do. If this was just a buffer without the automation, that would work. Oh. I've got this set very wrong. All I need to do is tell this thing to turn this on when it's... I don't need a valve. Block the gas. What do you think, guys? Switch the valve out and simply just attach this this automation to this one, so when this gets too full, it uses up some of it. I like that idea. I like that idea a lot. I think that is the right thing to do here. I think that's the right thing to do here. And right now I'm taking the green signal out when it's less than a certain amount, right? I want that signal to only tell that when this gets to, I don't know, when this gets 100% full, activate this guy. Like this. Right? Just use heavy watt wire for every power generator. Use a converter for thin cables. This is only going to have intermittent use of this. This guy goes on less than, like, I don't know, 10 or 15% of the time. We could do the power, the heavy watt to the battery, and then everything else from there goes out. I don't hate that idea. We could do a transformer. We could plop a transformer in, do heavy watt wire out to there, and then run it in from there. Yeah, that would make this not have to be repaired, right? Just I don't know that it's necessary. I know I put a yellow alert to get rid of this gas pipe, but I want this thing functioning again, so we'll see. How annoyingly awesome is it? Axton just loves when I use the yellow alert button. He just asks me to use it for everything. Like, can you put that button on that makes it go whoop, 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 whoop again? Never remember any item names. Yeah, you're not the only one. So this is very awkwardly going to come up here. And then these are not connecting anymore. So this will not be triggered by this battery. And this battery really doesn't need any green, to be honest. Like, none at all. Just fill the battery and go. That's how we'll do this from now on. There we go. Hydrogen power is running. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's powering itself. It's alive. I've got the button shut off. I've got it flipped right off. It's not using base power right now. This is what, overpressured? Yeah, now the reason this isn't working is because the pipes are blocked on these. But once that gets going, once this stuff is piped, it's all the way down there now. They're working. Back Wolf is doing some good speed work here. I will get you some help there, Tack. Oh, and don't. Yeah, I just saw a priority up there. I'm like, what? That's not possible. Now, did that room become a... Oh, it didn't. Is 31 tiles? How did I miss that? How did I miss that? Take that tile out. And that would be a nature preserve rather than a park. Might as well. Have we starved that pip that was starving before? Yeah. We're getting there. Oh, there's some down here now. Okay, these three are growing. It's not enough. 4 growing. Good. Temperature's back up above 22 degrees out here. I think it was because that ice was sitting around. It's still there. How is the... Please to deliver the darn stuff. Fine. You're okay. They're alright. They got important things to do. And I'm trying to make everything important. I know. It's a curse. I do it all the time. All of this is a mess. It's gonna screw up all of our... That's gonna screw up our pollution mitigation, our germ mitigation. You have 170,000 germs in there now. It is... The oxygen is minus 27 freaking degrees here. This is too cold. We're just gonna put a heater in here. Fine. It's fine. It'll be running hot air right by here any moment. We are putting a heater. There we go. They're on. All right, now you are pumping out. Guys, you says to me that it push out the very cold, hot air, and I am not seeing the hotness of the air. Maybe it will. It'll get there. It'll be fine. Trust the awesome. Trust the awesome. Let's say what temperature it puts it out at, eh? The water is 51.6 degrees Celsius by the time it comes out of here. 61 here. Loses some temp as it goes up. Yeah, I'm running the hot water along here. I was hoping that would keep the cold, you know, between these lines work better, but oh well. Now how's your temp? You produce a decent amount of heat. This oxygen is actually close to not freezing now. Amazing. Let's see if we can get one of these guys who's not starving. You, for instance, are groomed for 0.3 cycles. Darn it. 0.2. That's not enough time. Hey, you are planting. You're eating. Oh, you're eating right now. Groomed for 0.3. Seriously? Do I have any that are ready? You're starving. You're starving. Mm-hmm. I need them to do the thing where they give them a good brush. But we need this powered. Oh, it's like, what the heck is a power line there for? That is the... He's on the wrong network. No, he's not. Yes, he is. That. And that. Uh-oh. Did I just break a wrong thing? Nope. Nope. I didn't? How did I manage to not break that? Okay. Try that again. Snip this, just power wires. Why are you not snipping? There we go. I clicked something wrong, I bet. Long commute, you don't say. There. Oh, come on, we need our ranchers up here, man. Here, make that a higher priority for the ranching. Alright. Who do we have? 500 kilograms of algae. We have 3,300 available right now. We're about to stop using most of our algae, which is great. I mean, briar seeds, that feeds 3 fish for a day. Doesn't teach them to fish. Sorry. Decrease machinery, increase medicine, supply strength. Somebody to run stuff around? It's not a bad idea. Alright, May. You're in. Because, you know, we didn't need to feed more mouths. 33,000 food's okay. It's mildly stabled, but... Oh, hello. Gas vent overpressurized. Holy moly, guys! We've done it! Alright, are you running yet? You're not. Why? Is this thing seriously not happening? Oh, it's set to lead? Why are you doing automation lines with lead, dude? That's the one I clicked on somewhere instead of... Like, I don't need lead. There's 12,000 copper. Just do that. I oopsed. Alright. That will start tanking up the carbon dioxide. I don't see why I would need this water sitting down here, but I also don't see why I would need to not have this water sitting down here. What is this? Oh, there's an order to take that guy out of there. That's the only place he can be for, and he's been there his whole life in this one tile. He's been there for like 20, 30, whatever cycles. Next thing we're gonna have to do is fix the electrical. 'Cause it's rough. Alright, you are keeping yourself powered, yeah? I guess I should have actually left that automation going, eh? Because the hydrogen can back up in here in the meantime. Yeah. I should have left it. Fix that for me. Fix my boo-boo, please. He goes down to the bottom to grab the piece of copper. Then goes up to the top to grab them. Are you delivering copper somewhere, or are you actually putting them in the job? There we go. Thank you, Rowan. Not this one. Somebody else is on the way to that. Tack Wolf was fixing that one. Oh, Tack, what did you get? Smelled flowers, new friend, slime lung. Oh no. -3 athletics and coughing. 3.3 cycles to recover. Yuck. Alright, I think we're gonna get in here, because I want this analyzed before it becomes undormant at the very least. So this thing is going to have a pressure issue now, eh? Is there anything I need to do to avoid... Is there anything I need to avoid breaking here? We've got the metals for it. I'm thinking we go in and start offering a bit of better airflow. We could go in... I don't want airflow there, do I? Not really. Give some options for some movement here. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Kitchen could breathe a little better. Don't want those guys to breathe. Sounded wrong. I don't want those guys to be letting their oxygen get away. Or their hydrogen, I mean, get away. And if you start sucking on... There you go. This should be just carbon dioxide. And it should take quite a bit to fill it up. Right, atmospheres. There's a lot of carbon dioxide in here. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of them. Mm-hmm. Alright. Didn't think that one through. You can put another tank in, it wouldn't hurt. Like that. And go ahead and enable auto harvest down here for now until we have a place to farm those. Start collecting a few seeds. This thing is still dumping things in here. Was that the top one? No. Wait, you're still dumping? What is this picking up? What did you just pick up? Sandstone. Really? See that? I can see the copper. That's the stuff shifting. I was like, what the heck am I seeing there? That's the egg. Look at it. Who's suffocating now? Why are you suffocating now? Oh. Tack Wolf, Tack Wolf, Tack Wolf. Because you're slower because you got slime lung. You move slower, and that doesn't help at all. Don't have a clue what I set this thing up to be delivering. Sand, maybe? Don't remember. We're still dumping periodic chunks of polluted water there. I think we're nearly finished moving that water. Yeah, and there's a little... somebody keeps having that same issue. It's Tack. Soggy feet, which also I think slows you down, right? No, it stresses. Slime is the -3 athletics. Shouldn't be killing his athletics that bad. Well, he's only got 6, so he's slowed down, but they need a carbon skimmer as well? Yeah. Definitely. The water's not in a great place yet. We have the hot water up here, and I'm allowing them to dig towards getting this, which is going to be another source of, a better source of water. I'm not sure. I might actually just have this water be collected from this slush geyser and just run it down it as the one time through here to exchange the heat. Right? If the temperature starts to build in here, which it is rapidly, it's already 20 degrees in here. We will need coolant. But if we come through here with pipes that are running the -20 water, by the time it gets through, it'll be warmed up and just be usable, right? JC's back! Behind, will catch up. Well, if you just start, you probably won't catch up tonight, but you can definitely fire the comments at me to point out the oopses. Your JC is doing good work, so you've been missed, but JC's making vicariously doing well for you. Where is JC? Oh, no. I don't know. These eggs should be swept. Wonder how long it would take them to, if it'll take them another 18 cycles before they sweep that. Morb. Oh no. I do not want a morb. I'm gonna get that morb. This thing's been out of order for 2 full cycles. That's why there's a morb in here. Get him, Tack Wolf. Nice. We got broken cables all over the place. Oh boy. Alright, is this power entirely disconnected? It's self-sustained? Looks like it definitely is. This power, this unit should be, on when it goes. Honestly, I don't care. 50% is fine. It drops 50%, recharge that 50% with this. We've got a tiny bit of hydrogen slowly building up in here. That should fill up. And stop. Okay, yeah, you're not that, Okay. So this is entirely self-contained power network here. Switch is right there, it's shut off. It's warm enough in here now, I really want to bring a pip in if we've got one that's not starving. That is decently well groomed. There you go. Relocate you to here. If we can get away with that, we'll do it. Quick, go grab them. Quick, before I change my mind. Alright, is this thing powered? Wire disconnected. Wire disconnected. The wire is... Wait, what? How is that wire disconnected? Just says the wire is disconnected. Oh, is there... No. Oh, the bridge is broken. Oops. Get him! Get him! Make lots of noise, because it's super urgent that you get in there. Put him in there. One happy Pip, please go immediately and dig the thing and plant the stuff. Okay? Yes! Ha ha ha! You're the greatest Pip of all time. So it was the temperature. He was unable to operate in there because it was just too bloody cold. Minus 45 is apparently unpleasant for those guys. Alright, so that should offset this whole temperature thing. I love the Pips. They're my favorite little critters. That's a cute Morb. Yeah. The Morb was cute. Morbs are cute, but they're also Morbs. They have a like 1% chance or whatever to give you a fatal disease. I don't know how often, but okay. So the power network is taking a beating here. Did we have a? Did I remember right? This is a natural gas geyser over here. No, it's something else, wasn't it? It is a natural gas geyser. So, natural gas geyser, anybody? I mean, natural gas running off that geyser to produce... Yeah, that sounds like a grand idea. How would we want that to... No power connected? Oh, this is for the... Yes, it's for the potential brine line. You can be a future awesome plan. Doesn't need to go now. And don't connect. There you go. There's some time build that. Doesn't have to be anytime soon. These lines are just the thermal regulator for the bathroom filtration system. Temp here, the electrolyzer's at 43 degrees. The oxygen's at 44 degrees. Watch this tile. So the electrolyzer. All right, let's check the temperature on the electrolyzer first. Okay. Right there. 42.1, 48, 40, 39, 38. He's running full and fluctuating down below 30. Actually decreasing. Oh my gosh, this Pip just saved the day. That's awesome. It might be useful to put a temp shift plate. I don't know that it's necessary though. How cold will a Wheezewort produce? Like, what temperature will it run the air down to? %25 throughput. Oh, consumes vacuum at whatever that means. What's the temperature exchange here? Oh, gas. Cooling effect lowers ambient air temperature. But how much? Like, is there a temperature that it goes to? Mr. Stinky, you should give him an extra hug when he gets down here. Where's our atmosphere? We've got oxygen, hydrogen, oxygen, hydrogen. We've got some hydrogen bouncing around in here because why? It's really pressurized hydrogen. Why are you not running? Huh? Send a green signal when the selected gas is detected in the sensor tile. Hydrogen gas. The sensor tile, the current tile is hydrogen. Okay. Pressure's just not good or what? Yeah, there's not enough hydrogen sitting there. Interesting. Got kind of feel of a too common or too free flowing here. Okay, all of a sudden I'm thinking this should have been a much more compressed space. These extra tiles are not helping the situation. They're allowing for unnecessary space that's just void. And thus begins my own concept of let's make it more efficient, but I'm not going to right now. Bottom tile, at the bottom tile then expels 5 boulder the top per second. So it takes the gas from the bottom tile and pumps it out. Wait, it takes the gas in here. Okay, so this is hydrogen gas at 24.6. It then pumps the gas out 5, you said 5 degrees different? Did I understand that right? Takes gas in its base and expels it 5 degrees cooler. At its 250 gram a second. Don't see anything about the minimum, but probably minus 60. Yeah. It would normally be too cold for itself. That makes sense. Okay, so it's pulling it in here, 250 grams of whatever, and expels it here 5 degrees cooler. So that's actually going to cause a cycling of temperature. It may have been a less than convenient place to place that. I don't know. Keeps bursting the hydrogen puffs out and getting them down here. It's still sucking oxygen pretty aggressively. I mean, it's working, right? It's producing a lot of oxygen. In fact, if we look this cycle, our oxygen generation from the electrolyzer is already 289. I'm gonna go ahead and shut these guys off. I don't want to be bothering to use them anymore. We'll see what the oxygen does by the end of 132. Grabbing all that copper they're getting out. Now I could smelt some other minerals too, right? We have 13 tons of copper here already. We could be smelting iron. I don't know how the steel thing works, so maybe that's something we need at Mima. Mima fell asleep. We got what here? Wires damaged all over the place? Yeah. Okay. Well, what I haven't set up is a proper power network. And this thing is way over. Actually, it's not very commonly way over. That's funny. You're disconnected, so this unit, because the break happened here, there's power draws on these, and there's no battery there. This, and this are shut off because there's no battery. Replacing temp shift. So put one to the southeast corner of the electrolyzer. So right here. I mean, I haven't done one of those temp shift plates before. What do they do? Do we read about them? Where would the temp shift plate be? Do I have such a thing? Utility temp shift plate. Accelerates or buffers heat dispersal based on the construction material used as a small area of effect. Okay. So type of material used. Accelerates or buffers heat dispersal based on the construction material used. The thermal property of construction material determines their heat retention. high thermal conductivity. So if I made it a copper, it's more copper metal. It's more likely to, or it'll move the air, exchange air faster, change temperature faster than copper would. Excellent radiant shield. The heck does that mean? Oh, a radiation shield. We could make a radiation shield with coal. Slower heating on a temp shift plate, to me, would make it think that it takes longer to move the air. Background tile basically helps exchange temp between adjacent tiles and objects. So I've never used them, so I'm not 100% sure, but I think high thermal conductivity is what I would want, right? Not slow heating. Slow heating is like the insulated tiles. I don't want temperature to move. Thermally reactive or high thermal conductivity? Excellent radiant shield, high thermal conductivity. So lead plates are good? Seems weird. Cobalt. Iron. I don't have any iron ore, do I? Excellent radiation shield, slow heating. Ice is slow heating? See you for the win. See you for the win. Correct. High conductivity means more transfer. No reason to use a temp shift. You don't want temp change. Yeah, that's my thought. Insulator. Plastic acts as an insulator. Cool. Make it out of clay. So there's thermal reactivity, and then there's high thermal conductivity. I think copper plate seems fine. I don't have cobalt right now. Oh, high thermal conductivity for iron as well. We have a copper plate though. Oh, Cu is copper. I was like, what are you talking about, Cu? See me where? What short form are you using here? I didn't see any words that started with C and the next word was a U. Yes, copper. Okay, yeah. So we just place it right there, you say. And that's gonna have a range of what? Radius 1 tile for the decor. Oh, that's liquid pipe. A small area of effect. How small? How wide? Well, let's see what it looks like when they put one of those in there. Backwolf is just pounding away on this igneous rock insulation process. Although some genius decided to build him, have him build 2 screen doors and a submarine here, but we'll fix those later. Sorry, it's just a little dumb of a choice I made. Are we gonna get up here eventually, I suppose? Use the temp 1 tile out. In this case, move it east to the wart. Yeah, okay. So this helps them, it kind of squishes the temperatures out. And it looks like we are not... We've been running it this whole time, and we're still at... aside from the fact that he's currently probably adding to the temperature. There we go. While he was working, he dropped the temp down up to... Put the temp up to 45, and it's now dropping while it's actively running. As long as it doesn't freeze... any liquid pipes. We have a radiant pipe right there. feel like that might be a bad choice. I'm not using it right now. We might use it, but the wheeze wart might do the job too. Gas takes time to disperse temps. Yeah, plates help even not. Alright, gotcha. We have a pip egg hiding up here. It's just outside the range of this guy. I didn't want to put in an extra build. Seriously, nobody's going in. Oh, they did it again. Froze the stupid stuff. And they moved the ice. Okay. You need to have this wire disconnected now. Oh, wrong thing. Wire. Yoink. Alright. We need to fix this temperature stuff for once and for all here. We're at -4. That's at 3 degrees. The oxygen here is gonna heat up. Pipe wart interacts so it helps you out in the future if you expand and get it hotter in there. Okay. So I think we need to get rid of this stuff here. Both of these so I can fix the piping in here. I need a water thing in here, but I don't want to let the chlorine out. I don't want to let the polluted oxygen or polluted water become an issue here. What is this storing? No filter designated. Remove this. I have me an idea. I'd like you guys to get this stuff out of here, please. Oh boy. They're still working up there. Grand fellows. Yes, so this space here is too cold for the pips to operate. Is it possible to throw a heater in here to bring it just enough so that they don't freeze? So I can plant some stuff in here. I'd really like to be able to get the sleet wheat going there as well. It suggests what material to use for temp shift plates to cool things down other than ice, because ice melts. Oh, we were just doing that. That's what they were talking about here. So there's a temp shift plate now right here. It's made out of copper, and apparently what it does is the high thermal conductivity on the material used will allow it to more quickly move heat between the tile that it's on and the adjacent circle of tiles. So this will draw the heat from the electrolyzer's tile, move it around the outside, thus moving it more rapidly into where the wheezewort will grab it and cool it. Our temperatures are sitting at 42-ish. It's been between 41 and 44 pretty consistently. It just spreads out the heat, if I'm understanding that correctly. We're sucking the oxygen decently out of here. Got little pockets of hydrogen and what's this? Polluted oxygen, unfortunately. It'll get sucked out and dumped back here. Not ideal. I probably should have been expelling out here. That's right. Probably not going to be that big of a deal. So yeah, my thought is, can we set up a pip over here that runs this and plants some weeswort. Not weeswort. Sleet wheat. Up here. So they can only have 3 plants maximum in a 5 by 5. Is it 5 by 5 by 5? 5 by 5? Like, if this is here, we have to be 5 tiles away with another set of 3, and they can't have 5. Can't have any plants within 5 in any direction, or it won't allow them to plant them. Thus the spread of this. It was asked another day about this, but this temp is still not right. These two are warmed up a little. The oxygen here is 22.2, but the plant itself is still technically below 22. 21.7 degrees. And there is piping running behind here that's sitting with super warm water, so it's not really moving the heat. It's just not. The pipe itself is 34 degrees. The tile is only sitting at 29.9. We just blew another cable somewhere. Oh, we've got so many damaged wires. Alright, so the oxygen situation seems to be beautifully taken care of. I mean, not perfectly, obviously, but it's done a decent chunk of work. This is what's going on here. No gas output. So, that shouldn't stop you. It wasn't stopping you before. It's nearly full, though. So, it wasn't stopping you. So I need this to just continue over here. Like that. Let's make that happen so we get more capacity there. You're out of power? Yeah, that's the network down. Oh boy. At 57 tons of coal. Again, why is this down to 50%? Why do these things keep resetting or something? 'Cause I swear I did not leave them at 50%. They were the same as these ones. Could be wrong. I probably am, because nobody else came and did this for me, but we've got too many things set at high priority, and they're not getting the jobs done. I need somebody who's a hi. What happened to you? Oh, power down, yeah. Another morb. I think we will just get rid of these. I don't see why we'd keep those. Somebody want to deliver some coal? That'd be a lovely idea. There you go. Now we have an operating base again. I appreciate that you're not killing us off by shutting everything down. It's annoying having all this hydrogen gas up here, but... Wait. 14.6... 14.6 kilogram. Be careful digging this last piece of ice out. You're going to get blasted with a super hyper pressure. I couldn't pressurize this hard. This is going to go nuts. Maybe we should also... Maybe we should also put some... some filtration in here. Yeah. I think we should. That's a lot of pressure in there. Like, a whole lot of pressure in there. Let's get, deodorizers. A couple of them in there. That should suffice. Okay. I either need to be better with my management of my numbers here, or my workloads. A wall toilet? What's this? Gives to its place relieves themselves, emptying directly to the other side of the wall. Oh, that's great. It just dumps. Where does it put it? It literally, like, you stick it on a wall and it just... That's exactly what it does. Oh, this is rich. Yeah. I would just dump polluted water out the other way. Oh, that's brilliant. I don't know why I like that so much. That's funny, though. All right. What was I actually trying to look at? Something more relevant. I had no intentions of getting somebody new, but Mirthleaf seed or oxlite? Mirthleaf seed, please. Are we getting any food to these guys? I feel like we're not. We're now basically out of eggs. No, we have 15 critters in here. Oh, they're all just stacked up right there for some reason. Plum mood. Looking for food. Mm-hmm. We don't have any freaking seeds. Don't think. Or we're just so badly managing our numbers here. I mean, fungal spore, sure, but I don't think they eat. Oh, I guess they do. I could give them some algae, but I think they're going to just blast through it so ridiculously fast. Yeah. We just don't produce enough seed by any stretch to be able to harvest these, or produce for these guys. So, plant husk, no. And there. And then there. Suppose we could start ranching the Sweetles to get grubs. That would increase our food production for sure. Okay. Get him. What are you off to? Oh, you're riding the seeds. 11 point something cycles before this is done. So I should probably send somebody in to get a little warm here and dig out some more space. Right? I can't see why we wouldn't. That should give us access to dig all of this, all of this. There. And dig a bunch of this out. Igneous rock, that's coal. Apparently a bit of slime stuck in there as well. Tons of gold amalgam still messing through there. Okay. Where would we run another farm? Temperature-wise, we can't really go north. Wonder if we start another farm, might be over here. Start cleaning up some space here, and temperature-wise, it's mediocre in here. If we were to put a farm, how much range would we need here? Go all the way back here. Could use it in here. This is still Is there any reason that we're going to get the water down here anymore? I don't think so. Well, that's a full rust bar right across there, isn't it? So I could mine all this ice out of here. Not a bad idea. Enable auto harvest there as well, please. Pressure is bad here. That's just a little bit of carbon dioxide. It's past your bedtime. It's past my bedtime now. It's approaching my bedtime now. Space in space is limited. Yeah, this is the spaced out DLC, so it really is forcing me to try to think around different ways of thinking through this. Quick question, if anybody knows. The uranium ore. If I mine this out, can I just stick it in a container safely somewhere? I'm thinking I might use this space up in here for my shine bug farming instead of where we're at right now. I'll let them get a few things done though, for sure. That's shut off for some reason. I clicked it and hit enter or something. Yeah, the biggest food would be if we could get access to enough to feed our fish. Fish are super potent for eggs, but only if you have the food for them. Otherwise, they're kind of not that great. Pretty much, yeah. Just stick it. Safely mine it and store it. So I'm thinking we got space here. We could probably turn like 3 different. At least this could be turned into a. Very little effort. We could turn this into a full shine bug thing, and then 2 more farms right in here. And I think having. What are the bristle ones? You require sulfur as your food. And Sweetles put out sulfur. And they eat sugar. Don't know what I get sugar back from though. Oh, the broken power lines is getting crazy. Alright, what do we have to do to let them finish up their work they're doing right now? They're doing a lot of repair work right now. I could add a line. The oxygen's pretty solid everywhere. I mean, this is a lot of CO2 and then big pocket of oxygen below it, so it's just not exchanging for some bizarre reason. I mean, there's a full column of space here, 3 wide column of space, but the CO2 is not sinking. Seems a little weird to me. No gas output, that's fine. We're still sucking up the CO2 here. We could also put, like you said, put a scrubber in here. Would probably be worth doing. Weirdly, I could put a CO2 scrubber in here, which would be just weird. Regular water in there, dump it in back in here, and it'll go through and be sieved. Yeah. Okay. Where would I want this? I could temporarily put in a carbon skimmer. Interestingly, that would allow me this, and this, with very little effort. Super cheesy easy. I guess we've got the power, we could, or the cable. We could start, you know, changing the way these things are set right now. I could run like that. It's gonna cause grief once it gets done, but let's do this. Start pulling the CO2 out, and also change the power to be actually run with a high voltage wire. Yes, this is going to cause a loop that'll cause them a lot of grief and crazy, but we'll fix it shortly. Yeah, okay. Go ahead and put these things in. There you go. Okay, now I gotta start snipping out wires here. Okay, disconnect that line, that line. Good. That is reconnected properly. Yes. Automation's still running. You're set to trigger at 20. Good. You can use 2 mechanized airlocks to remove CO2? Hey, Huyn. What do you mean? Like they walk through and it just deletes stuff? I mean, surprising. That was a thing that happened. May, you were supposed to get skill point, so let's give you that. You run around and help us carry things. May is definitely supposed to be focusing on carrying stuff. In fact, I'm going to put you at supplying first, and then storing. It's an exploit, yeah, okay. Oh, okay, yeah, like when you close up a room with old tiles, everything that's left in the last room is gone. Alright, this thing is gonna CO2 scrubber as long as it's present. As long as there's CO2 present, and this guy belches out CO2. Draw some of this stuff down. Now, we could actually go ahead and put in, like, some of this. Let some pressure move a little better for bits and pieces. I could also consider getting rid of all that. That sort of thing here. Some of this will not be accessible, but we'll let them do it when they can. Oh, we don't have, well, we got our dudes running the food in for them still. That's not bad. It says there's 15 critters in here. They're all just piled up right here, right? How are you guys all piled up here? I'm more than a little confused. You're cramped. We have 15 critters in here, plus there's an egg. There's an egg. That's why. But why are you guys all just crammed in a pile here? I feel like this thing's bugged out. Are you cramped now? You're still cramped. Oh, look at that. Yeah, no, we will dig it out. guess we just put in a ladder here and here. Or just let them access what's up here first. There you go. Before you dig out that stuff. Aha! Convenient. Go. That should be set back to 15. Hopefully that'll fix the problem. Of them all being stuck on one tile there. They seem to have gotten, like, literally glitched onto the thing. Hey. CO2 down here is much better now. You are not CO2? How is that possible? Oh, this is not CO2. This is chlorine hanging out down here. Alright. Fair enough. I'm gonna get a automation switch on here. Just run the option to shut you off. Okay. Okay, stuff. Our food has improved over the episode. We got a bit of barbecue and a bit of seafood, bristleberries and meal lice. We're doing okay on that for now. Still not getting a lot of seeds here. Oh, there was a seed that time. Good, good. I'm thinking we probably do a... do you guys have a good stone hatch chance here? 50-50, huh? Okay. I'm gonna say we get rid of these guys. We'll knock those guys out for now. And, we could put... I think we're gonna go up a little... Yeah, we're gonna go up a little higher for this. Do something just in the top here, maybe with the shine bugs? Probably. It should suffice right there. Okay. You guys have no slime delivered. Interesting. This room is entirely full of CO2. Which is impressive because it's got an open door. Like, just ram this thing till there's nothing it can use. And it's not moved the air one iota in this area. What's the temperature like in here? Oh my gosh, it's cold. It's cold storage. That's all. That's what I meant for it to be. Of course. The temp here is good. The bristleberries are all nicely harvested. There's a lot of junk right here. It all came out of the refineries. 20 tons of copper. There's a bunch of coal. James is blasting away at the barbecue here. 10.8 kilograms. 10.8 thousand for the... There's JC cooking away. I haven't seen him for a while. For the meat. You got a lot of barbecue to come in there. This one takes the barbecue. It should take the berry slush as well. And the seafood. Yeah. Hey, this is still an issue with these guys not being properly fed. And I don't know what happened here. Why we lost these tiles. Hold on a second. These go 3 high? I'm gonna move those. Oh, and you don't even have one. Or jeepers. Nor do you have the tracking for it. I'll remove those and turn them sideways. Hopefully that'll fix that issue. Hold up here. I was supposed to put in one of these guys up here. Just having too much temperature exchange there. These chops are so swamped. There's so much to do and so little time. Velocities are doing okay. We're producing some plastics. Curious what we're at for plastic now. $6.7 tons of plastic, guys. It's awesome. Alright, we have 7 hatch eggs there. 2 Greco eggs. 5 pip eggs. I think we need to add some pips back in this list. You can go back to being a pip egg producer. I think we're gonna end up, we're gonna make a little incubator room here for each of these. That's what we'll do. Take that stuff out. Yeah, it doesn't need to have a room, it just be an incubator. Something like that. Get this out of here, get these out of here. I think we'll be okay to get this fixed up now. Alright, there was a deconstruct buildings. No, that took that one out too. But it shouldn't take any of the cabling or anything else out when you die. Oh no. Oh no. How long have you been doing that for? I forgot. That does not work. We've been jumping back and forth with somebody running items back and forth on this super high priority non-sweep only building. Brilliant. Alright, now this is needed as a room. This is going to work. So let's go with... I don't know what we're going to do with this space here. Oh, actually, I'm not going to mess with it. It's just wasted work. You go ahead and build there and there again. We will delete the power there, there. Good. Let's fix all that up. Do I have thimbleweed seeds here? Yes. Can we relocate those over to these guys? Okay, you're gonna get a copy planted there. There. Good job, Ema. Look at her bang out the work. It's amazing. This is not finished. Oh, we did get a little more progress in the top there. Alright, we wanted to check a few cycles ago how our oxygen production is. 375. Our electrolyzer produced only 260. 268. 422. 426. 426 is not enough. So the max pressure is the issue here. Okay, that means we're gonna need to pipe some more oxygen. Now, is this coming out hot? It is not. Is it coming out? Not there. It isn't. It's coming out hot here. 31.5 degrees. Okay. 33, and then it passes through here in regular pipes and basically chills the air, and then has to pick up more temperature on the way out. That's impressive. That's an impressive amount of chilling. So you've been backing up frequently here. Okay. Let's get some CO2 or some oxygen put down. Here and down here. And probably about as far as here. Okay. Vents. Yes, I know this will not make them actually, they won't evenly distribute it automatically. It'll just simply shut it or run it through. Yeah. So if this one's backed up, the air will continue through. You deliver it. Dirt. Okay, you copy your setting into here as well. Did we deliver the? Oh, that's the problem. These guys have a problem here. You need to remove the reed seeds. Now I need to go find those things again, which means they'll be back over. Oh, you end up in here. Oh, that's not good. Relocate you up to here. Let's try that again, shall we? You get more plastic than I've seen in my life. Well, they're doing their job. Those slide. I've never run a plastics, whatever, the manufacturing of the plastics thing. I've never done that. Is there a repair? Repair supply. Is that repairing though? What is the job that actually triggers them to repair supply? Well, I don't know what job is encouraging them to go do the wire repairs. I'll just tell them to go pick them up when I see them. We will get the natural gas system online next time. It's over here. I've got to think of how we're going to get in there to run it, but it can probably run on its own off here. We can box in the natural gas, just kind of seal it around and have it gather some natural gas in the area, in a decent chamber of space, and then pump it into a generator, I think, just directly. Where else is the entombing happening? It says entombed. It says 3 entombed. All right. You don't need to entomb it, but fine. Are we actually feeding? Oh my gosh, we've got food for these guys. Mealwood seed and a blossomwood seed. That's incredible. Oh, this is blocked too. We got some more fish coming in here. How close are you to done? Not very. Oh, we have some fish over here. There's 8 of them? Okay. I don't see why we have that many. Oh, I see exactly why we have that many. I've been running these incubators on them big time. Yeah, not necessary. Okay, so what I want to do now is start getting Paku eggs. Gotta have enough seed to keep them going. If we had the seed to keep them going, we'd have filled up, you know, 5 refrigerators now with food. But there we go. We can go ahead with we'll go here and say do that. There. We have a colony achievement earned. Distribute 1,000 kilograms of oxygen using gas pipes. Huzzah! Gonna say that's probably something would have been relatively easy to do. 2 more pip eggs? Sure. I'm not gonna grab anybody else right now. We technically have the beds for 16, but I'm not sure we have the wisdom. If we're foolish enough to try that. I can't see any reason not to just barbecue those guys. Anybody else? Like, just make seafood out of these guys. Why don't we do that right now? Oh, we may not be able to, actually. I may have done this wrong. In fact, I don't think we can access those guys. We just keep putting more of them in there. I don't think we can access those guys. Let's deconstruct that. Now we have the combat move. There's a little guy drowning in there, which is exactly what he's supposed to do. Weird, you can shoot it from there, but you couldn't access it while there was something on top. Sorry, Paku Fry, but you gotta go too. Alright. That's a decent amount of fillet. You will have souffle in here as well, please. Okay. Alright, 80,000 food. This food situation has improved. The water situation is improving decently-ish. We don't have enough polluted water, however, to run this thing, so it's kind of an in-between success. We don't have permanence to our water at all, but we have access to this guy, though. Let's go ahead and analyze this right away. Get over there, good sir. I'm going to go ahead and dig this stuff out and give us a bit more space. Not a lot, but just some room to expand the pour out level. Go ahead and take out. I want this to get down so that maybe we're not standing in super freezing cold water all the time. Liquid carbon dioxide again. Eventually these two temperatures should separate, where we have more heat coming in here. That thing is keeping itself operating. Our oxygen levels aren't terrible. We've been pushing the O2, the CO2. Sorry, we've been pushing the carbon dioxide out of this area. All right, we have air making it through there at all? No. Oh, little bits. I mean, that'll work. It'll distribute. We could do this like that instead. Put that gas pipe in. I'm going to go ahead and flip this once somebody comes to do it. There we go. Now it'll go up both sides, 50-50. We probably want to do a similar sort of a gig here. Yeah, like that. That'll do. That'll fix the flow a little bit better. Cooking up a storm, JC. Excellent. You were a Pacu farm or Pacu production unit. I'm gonna get you to do another. We do need to refill the pips. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and get this incubator stuff going on this side over here. There, and there, and there, and this guy can be the pip number. All right. So each of these should have a sensor in them. Let's see if we can set this up right. Critter farms, there, there, here, and then one over here. Sure. Okay. Automation's gonna. So what I need to ask is, do you have any less than the needed amount of critters? So less than 8 send a signal, and a timer. Just like we had over here with the timer and the duplicate sensor. We'll ignore the dupe sensor, and we'll put in. I don't know, where is it? Timer. Right there. Be right here. And these two need to go somewhere else. I can do that sensor right here. No, I cannot. You have you come down. That's awkward. How do I do this without breaking the grounds? Well, this ground can be broken. That can be built right there. And then we just need a sensor here. Timer. Oops, good, that works. Okay. And the AND gate for both of those. There, 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 and there. We can wire this up. Wait, you guys are coming here, here, and here. Good. Do we have power to you? No. You have power, and let's do the same here. I'll have to totally redesign our power. Probably that's what we have to do next time. So all these guys will be set up on timers and sensors to say if critters is below 8, then the green signal. Only counting the critters, which is telling me now that I haven't noticed that there's only 7 of the stone hatches in here, and that this needs to be set as a stone hatch. So go grab one of those stone hatches, put them in here, Oh, is this the right one? Yeah, and this is also going to be 8. There is 8 of them there. If it's below 8, activate. Give this a 60-second and a 270. What's it doing? Something like that. So you have a no signal there. Done yet? Oh, it's not running yet. There we go. Now you got a red from one, green from the other, so you're not going to run. You need when it's below 8. Do that. That is now green, and this one gets again a 40 or a 60 and a 270 timers. Okay, we'll reset you. Copy that there as well. Now they're all in the same time. Not identical, or not ideal. You're going to be smooth hatch eggs. We have 23 smooth hatch eggs. Wow. What are you guys eating? What are you eating? Igneous rock. That's fine. I think we got a lot of igneous rock. A little bit more building there. A little bit more on the automation over here. Thank you. Now, this is going to be a below 8 as well. There are actually, no, if we don't count the eggs, there's only 6. Okay. Love it if somebody planted this. That'd be ideal, little peeps. So now that should have a green signal from the counter, and then we just need a signal to be attached to that one. I think we're starting to catch up on the job priorities. Again, 8 is the number there. No eggs. You're red. Good. Okay. Copy that to this timer. There. They're the same, so that's got to change. One's here. Take this guy and reset him right now. Works. Right, eggs have already been delivered. I mean, I could close this room and move this guy over. But then we'd have to put reeds in there. I think I'm okay with letting our friend here finish his life cycle up here and not replace. I'm sure the little ones would be sad, but... We just take the egg out of there? Oh no, it's a different one. This is a pip hatch, or pip one here. Okay. This one is going to be a Lassi Draco. Alright, now all these need to be like top priority because when the job comes up, when the timer activates, we want it to work. Want them to get the job done. You need power here. Alright. Potential power consumed. Why was that acting all colorful? Alright. Suffocating. Who done what? Oh, May, get out. Oh my god. May, go. 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 Run, May. Run. It's a door. It's a slow door. No. Let her breathe. Oh my god. It's terrible. Take that out and we'll get more access to there. Ooh, let's not break that hole. Whoops. Water? How did we get water in the brine? Oh, it's probably some ice or something over there. Oh well. Is what it is. So our spawn seems to be working pretty good. Let's look at last cycle's oxygen generated. It's now at 578. Counting the deodorizers, 182. We made 396 last cycle. 381 this cycle. So it's like half productive. Like, that's what it is. The electrolyzer itself has now cruised up to 47 degrees. So the ever so slightly above the temperature. It's gone up 4 degrees in the last hour and a bit. So this guy's running pretty steadily. Disabled by automation. Your automation is say to when this gets to, I don't care, 90% full, then do that. Burn it off on that one. It doesn't do much more power than we use. I mean, this should be 100% of the time, right? Pressure's not really working the way I want this to. But I have a delay system? I don't know. I'll have to give that some more thought. Not tonight, though. Alright. Oh my god, did we just... How long did we have these guys inaccessible? Building entombed storage bin? Because I don't think they can come back in this door. Oh no, they can. Oh, what? The door? Oh, I didn't fix the door issue. Well, let's fix it and then not have this thing entombed anymore, okay? That'll be lovely. Okay, so they're supposed to leave here and have to come up this way. Or this way. This one they can't, they can only come in this way. This one they can only come in from left to right. This should be from left to right. That should be both ways. That should be both ways. That should be both ways. So they can, if they come into the bathroom or this bedroom, they have to leave to the right and they cannot go through the bottom here. They can go back into the bathroom, but when they finally leave this, they have to go up the ladder and take either a left or a right, and either of them would bring them through a nature preserve. Nature reserve. Perfect. Much approved. Hey, we managed to work our way up to 5 shine bugs up there. How are you doing down here? 14 of them. Okay. I think we're going to stop that. Can't see any reason to do any more incubating here other than the shine bug. Unless we want to do more shine bugs to like really boost the population. Okay, that's now fully full. Yeah. The CO2 levels have improved dramatically. Why are you disabled to automation? Did I automate that line? No. Oh right, it's chlorine in here now. Chlorine and polluted oxygen. Who's not moving fast enough? We are not fans of this, people. Not a lot more to go, but man, do they ever have to get there to go a long ways to get down to those builds. Please do not suffocate anybody, okay? What they could do is temporarily open this door. Just to make it easier for them to move back and forth. Rising pressure erupts in 9, 5, 3, 1 second. Kaboom! There it goes. So she's still pumping out the brine at a year-round consistent 1200. May, you should not be the one down. No, no, no. May, no. Stop that. Get over here. Right there. All the way over here, May. Go. Move it. Stop what you're doing. Look how slow she's moving. Holding breath, chilly surroundings. That's wrecking your stuff. Major eye irritation. Man, that combination is deadly. Potentially actually deadly for them. She'd have died before she got out of here, I think. You gonna find somewhere where you can breathe? Low oxygen still. Why? You have not stopped to breathe or what? You legit waited till she was there to get the good gasping breath. Alright, we'll make sure she's not doing this job. What do we have for priorities over here? Look at that, guys. They're doing priority level 4s. That's beautiful. This is bothering me, though. We still have not let the temperature fix here. You need to actually warm up this section. Which is just a little weird. That's a very cold pip. They're starving because they're not just at low temperature. Their food is at low temperature and it's not producing enough food for them. They feed on the plant themselves. I can't like provide them with the food. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to wrap it up there for today. I got a busy day tomorrow, so lots achieved. Very much lots achieved. Is that polluted oxygen off-gassing in your chlorine room? It is possibly the case. No, that is bleach stone off-gassing. There's still those 2 bleach stone that we put in here at the beginning of last episode, and we never got it never got any more or less. It's just been sitting there sublimating that whole time. After look at this, redefine potential differences that we might have for that thing. Yeah, might be something I want to upgrade even further in a different way later, but right now we use a decent amount of water. It's less water. That thing running at max will take 1,000 grams per second of water. So we still have about a 400 surplus in the max capacity situation for that electrolyzer. So got a lot of space, real estate here now that can hold a whole bunch of very warm liquids apparently, or warm solids apparently. We could take those warm solids and dump them into water, or over here for that matter. What could we move that's hot over here? I could relocate a bit of iron. Tell them just not to sweep the iron from here. Yeah, so that there, and there, and I'll grab another couple pieces of warm iron here. Try to bring the temperature up here. Where is it? In here. Go. One more, maybe. Go. 4 decent sized chunks of iron moved in here. Make sure also that these are not harvestable. We should, theory, we should have 12 plants in here, which does not seem to be enough. Really not sure why, unless you guys are having issues. It might be that they're all cold now. So they're not doing... Oh, you guys again. Are we just about done that build? Just about done. Rowan, seriously, buddy. You're gonna get yourself in trouble. Oh, it's also really slow because they're hopping across instead of walking across. Yeah, well, not a lot left to do here. Eye irritation. We'll let them finish this up for today, because that's basically it for the projects. Yeah, you're out. You're out, Rowan. Move yourself over to here. Just stop. Ah, look at that. You now have... Oh, there's 8 here? But you still made another one? Why? Was he just really close to done? Maybe? Okay, why don't we knock out one of the older guys then? I probably just timed that badly. There you go. That'll solve that. Now this should incubate. Yep, 25 recycle. I'll get that guy topped up. You're doing good up here. The glossies. So this should only go on to add the lullaby if the critter count is low. I approve. Alright, let's see if those temperatures help. It is bringing the temp up here. I think. Yep, that one's online now. You got a body temperature of 21.6. I don't see an improvement. The number doesn't seem to be one. Oh, 21.7. It is going up. Oh, excellent. Okay. It's so close to good enough. So close. All right. This is going to be allowed. Bring in a little more water because, you know, we're not. It's bugging me. Now, the temperature of this carbon dioxide right out here is 2 degrees. The oxygen up here is -8. So it's like, still an issue in here. Still very much an issue in here. I'm going to temporarily warm this space because this is getting crazy. Let's put a heater in here. Terrible, terrible, terrible idea and a horrible waste of power. It's actually quite a good idea. Because it'll heat that space. I think that'll just solve our silly shenanigans of the melting ice nonsense over here. And this place, this little door space being ridiculously cold. Right, we were at -56 degrees in this hallway when we originally dug it out. Or 63 degrees, which is what's going on over here. So that's awesome. That's solid carbon dioxide. That's frozen carbon dioxide. Yikes. Now, this is again not warm enough, or not anywhere near cold enough for us to plant in here. Or warm, yeah, it's not warm enough for the pips to be able to plant, but it's a good, almost fine temperature for this stuff to grow. I mean, if we had, yeah, it'd be very hard to do. Minus 60, oh my god, yeah, that's minus 60 Celsius. Minus 63 degrees Celsius. It's the edge of an asteroid. We're on basically the top crest of the asteroid, and I didn't realize I was building my part of my operational facility inside that temperature. Needless to say, it's been a little bad for business. Alright, the Sleet Sweet grains. We have 51 of them. Next time we're gonna try to tap in over here. We're gonna pipe, you know, get some way to get a ladder or whatever through here, so we can have a look and access some of this sleet wheat grain over here, because there's a lot of it and it's very valuable for our food. Our critters are now automated, taken care of in pretty much every extent. The only thing that doesn't actually automate for them is delivering their food. It's not that big of a deal for them to do a bit of food delivery for now. We've taken out about 80% of the work related to the ranching, which is the moving of the stuff and the egg silliness. Eggs get delivered over here. All the to-be meat eggs will be here. We do have hakus that we can start chomping up here. I think we'll go ahead with a forever order on cracking the paku eggs. And then this incubator is set with a similar setup of the other ones up top. And it should mostly keep this supplied. Water is temporarily back to being managed. We haven't got... Oh, this has been analyzed. Good. That's awesome. Let's see what we got for this number. The slush... Oh, it's here. There we go. 1389 polluted water per second. So it's next active for isn't active for another 32 cycles. But when it goes active in 32 cycles, it'll produce polluted water at 38, so almost 4 kilograms a second at a minus 10 degrees Celsius. That's good news. It's very good news. Yeah, that's what I wanted to see. I was hoping we'd get it sooner, but yeah. So we'll be able to gather, basically make a reservoir here and gather up all this polluted water. We can just mix it all together. Temperature will be reasonable. We pipe it out. We've got ourselves a new source of permanent water. All it has to do is run through a sieve and be put to a decent temperature. So if we aim to get it in the 20 to 25 range, by the time it comes out of here, you know, running through something like pulling heat out of here or whatever, or other future heat sources, that'll be good. But the first top priority probably next time is dealing with some of our power issues. We're going to need to put in transformers and segregate off little networks of, you know, under a kilowatt of power sort of thing. It's like Yakutsk City. It's, you know, probably Yakutsk doesn't get that cold very often. Nunavut in Canada, my beautiful country, does get that periodically. But I think it's more of a hyperbole than regular thing for them even. That's an obscenely cold temperature for living organisms, so. Alright, he's putting this heater together. I would like to say we put on a sensor here that is a thermal sensor. We'll plop it in, I don't care where. I guess right here is fine. No. Yeah, right here will be just fine. And we put an automation line in and say, you're gonna take care of keeping this entryway from pumping too much cold through, so it freezes our water locks. It pulls what, 120 watts of power constantly. Okay, there's our last bottle in there. I'm gonna shut this off right after it's done draining. There you go. Now, what is this temperature? Ambient temperature. If the ambient temperature is below 10 degrees Celsius, then activate. That's it. I just want this space to not be freezing my water here, and I want this space to not be painfully cold for them. Once they leave and go up here, then, well, it's you know, anybody's game at that point. This is not somewhere where we'll be regularly hanging out, nor is any of this, or this. So now that this is finished, this is built out, we basically just have to have a sweep job done, and then that'll clean everything out of here, and we won't need to go in there ever again, basically. Except for if we're changing out piping or anything like that. Same up here. This will be a reservoir to gather all our polluted water from this geyser at a pretty solid state. It averages out over its lifetime at about 1,400. Pardon me, getting tired. About 1,400 grams a second. When it's active, it's 38, so it can really pump out a lot. This one is 41 when it's active, and but its annual average is 1,200. And we've got more over here as well. So, pretty fabulous. Lots and lots of water sources there. And yeah, we'll set up the natural gas up there. And we'll complement the coal. Natural gas will be first, and then the coal. And then all of those will be run through transformers. So we'll have to set that up in the future. Let's have a look at this last video. I haven't seen this one either. Thermal insulation. Oh yeah, I forgot about that hand cranker. That's awesome. It's about that effective. Hello, Nick. Insulate your walls. Now she cools it off. And it stays that way. Except for farm tiles aren't particularly good insulators. Ah, Clay. Great company. Made a great game. I've been enjoying it. Thanks for joining me, everybody, for this one. It's quite the shenanigans for me to try to relearn this thing and get my oxygen legs back, as it were. We did get a entire reservoir filled with carbon dioxide. So whenever there's carbon dioxide down here, we grab it and stick it away in a pot. But there's also too much of it here. All of this is carbon dioxide built up at the bottom of the vase, but it's not the bottom of the vase. So it's annoying. I don't know if we're producing enough oxygen. We're barely breaking even on the oxygen levels, so yikes. Have to sort that out. We do have some vents coming from up top that are adding some in, but not enough coming out of this thing. Not particularly efficient right now. Should be almost steady. I think we could redesign this way better in the future. So, anyways, thanks everyone. Have yourselves a great rest of the day. Maybe not in a giant ice biome. That might be a better choice. Have yourself a great rest of the day. See you in game, guys.